And we are live.
You're alive.
We are live. All right, guys, welcome. If anyone's even here right now, we're just doing a random stream. Got
Yeah.
my good friend One Fast Act with me, and we're just going to have kind of an open discussion. Nothing really on the topics. And yeah, we'll see where this craziness leads us.
Yeah. Let's see. So,
See our. Yeah, go ahead.
so that thing we just watched on Facebook. How the heck can you get it to me? You know what? Maybe I can. I'll get my buddy's Facebook name and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
then I'll get you to send it to him tomorrow, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. They went over some pretty interesting topics there
Yeah.
and
Like,
points on the vaccines themselves,
oh, that was wild. That
right?
was
I
wild.
mean, they're essentially saying that the chemicals that they know that are in it, at least one of them breaks down and behaves exactly like asbestos,
Yeah.
which we got rid of asbestos, and we treat it so as such a danger because of what it does when it comes to causing cancer
Mhm.
and blood clots, things like that. And they are basically hiding all the information around it.
Yeah.
And the only way you're ever going to find out what's in it is if you have the equipment to look at it yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Um, just unbelievable. Like if everybody heard that, you know what I mean? Like if that, I'm surprised that hasn't been taken off. Sorry, has been taken off Facebook.
Well, that's through a subsidiary account, I said, essentially. So
Okay.
it's not like they directly posted it to Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. But
So I mean,
I would need Facebook to view it though.
yeah. Well, I mean, they label everything you say against COVID or the vaccine as misinformation, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like how there's only a dozen truckers or 1,000 people in Ottawa right now. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
You see
You
what
know.
we want you to see.
Oh yeah. I see the last count. 14 million trucks.
14 million.
That's what they were saying on what do you call it? Instagram.
Okay, that number is definitely wrong.
Yeah.
14 million.
Yeah. I don't know if I buy that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You
we
comment
only
on
we only
Instagram.
have about 38 million in Canada altogether.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and what else were they saying? I was watching a guy on a live stream. He was doing a real good job. He was talking to everybody, and I guess this one woman came in the crowd, and what happened is her daughter, mother of four, went into
mhm.
the hospital for some reason. I think it might. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on if it was COVID or not. And so this mother went in to see, her daughter with the four kids. Um, and they wouldn't let her in the hospital because she was unjabbed. So make a long story short, she finally got in. She went up to her daughter's room, man, and went into the room, and they had a mask on her daughter, right,
Mhm.
and her hands tied to the bed so she couldn't take off the mask.
Are you serious?
And, oh, hold on, the story's not over yet. She said it right on camera. And she said she pulled off the mask off her daughter's face, and her daughter was completely drenched in sweat because she was hardly breathing. Get this, brother. 2 hours later, she died.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Yeah, they did a big interview with a woman on that was at the protest, and she was telling the truth, buddy. She was in tears and everything. It was just a horrible, horrible thing, to watch. Like just unbelievable. But yeah, no doubt, no, it's not a lie.
Unreal.
Yeah, yeah. A mother with four
Unfucking
children.
real.
Yeah, mother with four children.
It just goes to show this is not about saving lives. This is about pushing a narrative, and there's no way in hell. I mean, what we've done to people and what, politicians have allowed to happen
Yeah.
all over the world,
Hmm.
when it comes to how they've treated like the elderly and how they've treated children, things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, they've literally pushed more old people to the grave,
Mm-hmm.
by putting in people that were infected with them, young people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the nursing homes.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what they're doing to little kids by masking them up and lowering their oxygen level.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way this has anything to do with the well-being of people.
No.
Not a bit.
Definitely.
Not a bit. And I mean, these young athletes and stuff dropping dead with heart attacks,
Yeah.
and blood clots.
Mm-hmm. It's ugly.
Bullshit.
So hey, you got some guys in the chat. Arvero, brother. Chrome Dome Omega's here. Hey man, what does he say? How's it goes? The war against stupid gents. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
JR's back, says everybody's on Ribby's live. Yeah, we know everybody was on Ribby's live. Ribby's been going for a long time. That's pretty cool. But
yeah, no, that's great. Like what Ribby and them are into is not kind of for us older guys. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
you know, I'm glad the guys are doing well, but it's
total respect to them. Total respect. But we decided to come on. We were just having a talk over Discord, and we figured, well, we might as well just go live and talk about it. So, yeah, that's right, Chrome Dome. Yeah, Ribby's live isn't bad. I called in to the live. I actually talked to Ribby. I called in there. I went live with them for a couple minutes. We talked about the truckers up here, and I wished them well. And yeah, so I called in. It was way earlier. Way earlier.
Well, if I caught him sooner when he had less people, I would have went on just to tease him because it was his first live stream.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, he did awesome. He had a girl, and that was funny. So we were all bugging him. This girl comes on, and she was hitting on him pretty good. So we were like, "Oh, Ruby's got new tadpoles, or he's gonna be a step frog."
You better fucking not.
So, no, it was good, definitely.
No, we had Undead came into James's live stream late last night.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, with us, yeah. Chronic came in last night when we were talking to Hamster. That was cool. Yeah, he was pretty. He was drinking.
Oh, dude, those points that I made though, when it came to like these people saying that he was copying Rivy, and you know, it's like that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like you obviously know nothing about what's going on here because like these guys got their start from Chronic, not the other way around.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
Fabian's
here. Hey, man. So yeah, it was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
But you know, it was nice to have James back for a while. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's always good to go on Hamster stream.
Absolutely.
Well, you've been on there a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, I have to track the bastard down just to talk to him, and I've been trying to get him on here since day one. Of course, me and my technical issues don't help.
Definitely. You obviously have his email. Eh?
Oh yeah, no, I got his email and stuff. It's just we never seem to line up times when I finally got this figured out.
Yeah. Well, he travels and works quite a bit, so.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So yeah. What the heck? So yeah, guys, we were just talking about the truckers up here in Canada and what's going on. We're just talking about how the mainstream media is totally blacked out by it and won't report on it. And anything we can see about what's going on in Ottawa is on YouTube on guys who have started doing live streams there, and it's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, and I just got a story just now that my baby mama was telling me about. Apparently in Ottawa, there was a woman who was 7 months pregnant.
Wow.
Currently on a ventilator.
Oh.
They delivered the baby prematurely through C-section, regardless of the fact that she was on a ventilator.
Yeah.
And somebody inside the hospital went out and told the news reporters at CTV.
Okay.
So now they're basically releasing people's information publicly.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you go to a hospital for any kind of respiratory stuff, there's a good chance if it's bad enough, if it looks bad enough and can be COVID related, or at least pushed to be COVID related, they're going to release your information to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that for awesome?
Exactly. Chrome Dome Omega says, hell, if I was a millionaire, I would be trucking free fuel up to those truckers. Yeah, awesome. Actually, they got some really good things going. Like they have a big flat deck with porta potties, so they have a place to go to the washroom. There's so many people running around there with food, coffee, hot chocolate, stuff like that. And what's
it's amazing.
Yeah, and what's really cool is the citizens there are running around handing out cards, to invite them to go to their homes to have a shower, have a meal, have a rest, stuff like that. So really, really cool, man.
Brother Postka Bob is in the chat. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Hey, Bob.
But yeah, no, like it's been amazing what's happened all over the world with people who have given to these guys. And I mean, we're not talking all small donations to get up to this. I think they're almost at like $7 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is, an amazing feat right now. But people have been donating like $10, $12, $15,000, like it's not all small change. And I mean, it's whatever you donate. I mean, it's all helps, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, the generation or the generosity of everybody has been amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was just me and Chris were talking earlier. All the trucks came from Alberta, where I am, and probably BC, where you are too, Chris. These trucks were coming and they got blocked. They got stopped about an hour out of Ottawa. They wouldn't let them go in. So,
well, the first waves got there.
Yeah.
The first guys that left through BC, they've gotten there, but now because so many people are heading in and they can't hide the fact that it's not 12 trucks.
Yeah.
And 1,000 people.
I don't think looking by the live streams I've been watching, you can't fit any more trucks.
Well, that's just it. But I mean, the more that come, right? It's more of a, we can't hide this anymore. The propaganda is not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. The live streams where they've actually used it on Rebel News a few times, this footage.
Yeah.
You've got CBC pointing their cameras towards like a couple people off on the backside, basically trying to point out that this is like a small thing.
Yeah.
And literally right behind the cameraman, there's like thousands of people, a fucking wave of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've shut down the traffic cameras, like I said the other night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to censor it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide it. So what really got me was there was a guy that went up to the Parliament building or whatever with a Nazi flag. So he was waving it around. And of course, what did the mainstream media record? Him, right?
Of course.
But here's the other side of the story. A whole group of other people, a whole bunch of them, I don't know, 20, 30 people, went up to him, took it, didn't kill him or anything, took his flag away and led him out of there. But they won't support that. It's a very peaceful protest. And then there was rumors that the police were trying to like egg people on to get them to do, something bad, like egging them on kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't want people like me actually doing that.
No.
Because yes, my opinions on it are absolutely that way. Go in there, drag them all out, lynch them all, and re-vote for new people to take their place.
Yeah.
Because they're all traitors. And traitors deserve to swing. Right?
Yeah.
Now that's just my personal opinion. Would I do it if I had the chance? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's not everybody.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So I can't say they're all with me.
No.
Because they're not. And I mean, whether or not, personally, I would go up to the Capitol Hill building and I would tape a Nazi flag on there because that's how I see them.
Yeah.
They are Nazis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I had the extra money, I wanted to buy a suit that basically dressed me out as a very heavily masked Nazi and get a painting done from one of our neighbors that showed, like portraits of me and Justin Trudeau in very praising poses.
After you said that, maybe the guy waving the Nazi flag, right, was just waving it to show that, they're not.
They are.
Maybe maybe he got taken the wrong way or something. I don't know.
Well, it's possible. But I mean,
as soon as you pull out a flag like that, though, the media is going to get it, and then they're going to label it as a racist march, a racist protest.
Well, dude, they've been saying that since day one. Just look at what fucking Singh put up yesterday that I shared with you.
Mm.
Oh my God! Even his own family has turned against him.
I didn't tell you that thing you sent me was Singh. Did you see?
Yeah.
I put it on my community post.
No,
I did. Yeah, man. Go to my channel and check out my community post, and then
did you?
Yeah, and then you got to watch my video today because you wouldn't believe what happened on that community post I put. Somebody, one of the brothers, messaged me and said that I had 999 likes on that community post that you sent me.
Yeah,
and that he hit the button for 1,000. He got 1K likes, and then he went back, and then it went down to 59.
Really?
Yeah. So Susan got me.
Oh, well, now I gotta do it.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go fucking find that again.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to post it.
Riggs is here, man. Hey, Riggs, how's it going, brother?
Hey, brother Riggs. Thanks for coming, buddy.
So yeah. So I got myself censored there. Hey, I had 1,000 likes on that bugger, but then she took me down.
I've actually got a couple that were pretty good, but I don't know how to post pictures to YouTube yet. You know what I mean? To make those.
Like in your community posts? Can you do community posts? I think you need 500 subs to do community posts, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Oh, possibly. Because I don't see any option there for that.
Okay, then you don't have it. No, you don't.
But I've got another one where it's a picture of somebody donating $25,000 in Justin Trudeau's wife's name.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But did you see that Singh's brother actually donated like 20 grand or something? And
I know. Wow.
And yeah, then
wow.
He was trying to get it back because he didn't realize he was doing a naughty thing in Singh's eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do we got here? We got Weaponized Cowardice is in the house. Hey, brother. He says YouTube plays lots of nasty games. Yes, sir.
Oh, they absolutely do. And I mean, they can try to say, oh, well, we make mistakes on their censorship and stuff. But have you noticed, if you ever watch are you familiar with Disaffected, the YouTube stream?
No.
I'll have to share a link with you because this guy, man, I tell you, he fucking lays it on him. But he pointed out tonight, essentially on his stream, that, they always make mistakes towards the right side of things. You know what I mean? As a leftist person, you can go on to any platform or any, social media network and post whatever you want. It doesn't matter how vile it is. It doesn't matter what you say, as long as you're taking it from the leftist side and putting it towards the rights. Right? They always make a mistake only to essentially our side of the line. Yeah. So there's no bias there at all, right? There's no bias there at all.
No.
You can't go on and say anything. Like, he made a few examples tonight that were just out of this world because a girl apparently went missing. Was, kidnapped, right? Young girl. And so somebody put up a post on Twitter and stating, like, if you see or hear anything about this young girl that's missing because it's her niece or something, please contact the police. Somebody came on the Twitter and made a rude comment about, oh, it's just another fucking white girl missing. No one cares. That didn't get flagged. Wow. But people coming on and commenting saying, fuck you, you psycho, this is a kid. That did. That got them banned.
Wow. See?
Right?
Yeah.
One side of the argument.
See?
Yeah. So I'm glad I got off Twitter.
No,
apparently you didn't miss much.
No, I've never been on it. I've never been on Facebook. Well, I was on Facebook years and years ago, but I deleted my account. If I go on Facebook now, I'll end up hunting people and disposing of a few of them.
Yeah.
I stay.
No, I'm actually on a 7-day suspension right now.
Oh yeah, you were saying, yeah.
Yeah. I've been suspended a lot this year. That mouth brain filter or finger brain filter is just not working. It's not working. But that's what happens when you install something that shouldn't be.
Oh, so hold on a
Right.
second. Fabian Fair said the Mad Max convoy post to me. It shows I got 1,490 likes now. Holy shit!
Nice.
Well, I should have 2,500 likes.
Oh,
Well, what did he say? Hold on. What did he say? Hold on. I'm dumb. The Mad Max convoy post. I'm not sure if that's mine or not. Mine was about. No, it's not. Sorry, man. Mine was about that Sing
oh yeah.
bastard.
Yeah, there's a piece of work. But
Mhm.
essentially, yes, I got suspended off Facebook for saying some things,
Mm-hmm.
that were not politically correct,
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So
but
weaponized.
still.
Weaponized cowardice says that's why I name my screen name weaponized cowardice. Fucking lefties are the worst. Right on.
That's a good one.
Okay, Riggs is asking a question. He says, "When you guys getting out the guillotine for the MIA Prime Minister?"
Oh, trust me, brother. If I have my chance, like I said, I am essentially okay. I'm not a racist for one.
No.
Let me make that perfectly clear. I am not, no matter what you're told.
No.
I'm not a racist. I'm more, I guess, towards a separatist, but not fully.
Yeah.
But right now, yes, I am considered one of the violent people because I would personally go to every parliament building and every government office,
Yeah.
drag every one of them out, hang them in the front yard from a rope by their neck, and then I would say, let's revote this bitch.
Exactly. But that's why it was so pathetic what Singh said, though, because I mean, in Edmonton here, I mean, my God, we have got so many Sikh truckers. It's amazing. Like, there's a lot of them, man. There's a lot. Well, they're good guys. They're awesome people. Trust me. And for him to say that, right?
And that's where he's catching his biggest backlash is from his own community.
Yeah, the Sikh community. Oh yeah,
the Sikh community, like whether they're truckers or not, they're all like, "You're a fucking pathetic piece of shit."
That's good. That's good.
And he is. He is. He's essentially the most racist piece of garbage that you'll find.
I'll tell you a funny story about Sikhs. This was back in the 80s, guys, and I'm not making fun of Sikhs or anything. This was back in the 80s when they kind of were first immigrating into Edmonton here. And funny story. So they wanted to, what they wanted to do is they wanted to have their kids wear their ceremonial swords, their ceremonial knives to school, right? They were they were pushing for it. So my dad at the time said, well, yeah, okay, you can wear your ceremonial sword to school, but my kid's bringing his ceremonial gun.
Hey, works for me. Yeah. Works for me.
But that was back in the 80s, right? That was a long time ago.
Riggs, I am right there with you, buddy.
What do you
say? I got color TV and black tires.
Yeah, same, yeah. Dude, no, I'm not being racist. They're good people.
There's good people and bad people on all fronts, guys.
Yeah,
we know that. They paint us with this brush because they literally have nothing legitimate to paint us with. And how do you dispute racism when you can't disagree with somebody like Singh without them calling you a racist?
No, exactly.
His race had nothing to do with the fact that everybody hates what he said.
Oh, cool.
Nothing.
So I just got a notification on my phone from Fabian. He was watching the video. I was talking about this pic in the live, and it was the community post I did about our fearless leaders in hiding. So that's what he was talking about. So I got that many likes on that one. Yeah, you got to check out my community posts if you haven't.
Well, I do check out some of them because they scroll by.
Yeah.
When I check your channel, they scroll by all the time, and it's just, I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, our fearless leaders. It was a picture of the trucks coming, like in Mad Max, and then Trudeau peeking out of the window.
Oh yes, I did see something like that, and then the one where he's like running away from them.
Yeah, that's the one Fabian's talking about.
Yeah, it shows that your Sing one
Mhm.
That's 351 likes.
Okay, so it had 1,000. It had 1,000 likes, probably about, I'd say, an hour after I dropped it.
Well, I gotta go back and like all these now because
Yeah.
nice hush puppy she's got there.
Oh, damn it! There's a bot.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm not in that screen now. Shit, where did he go? There he is. Well, JR can get him.
Yeah, the guy's got wrenches.
Yeah, did JR get him?
Yep.
I got him.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
These goddamn Russian bots. Like, you got nothing better to do. Who pays you to do this?
I don't know. I don't even know where they come from or how.
Hey, if you're a Russian bot, could you explain to me how you're getting paid to do this? Because I'll sign up.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Yesterday on Hamster's chat, there was a guy in the chat that kind of had a little bit of a Russian name, and they were talking about radio waves and stuff. So it came up as VORI something. You know, the guy was just commenting it. I removed it, and I was like, "Oh shit, it wasn't a bot." So of course I said sorry in the chat, and then.
No. If you guys don't even bother blocking them, like James said, or blocking their message, just boot them if they do pop up.
Yeah.
But I don't let that shit bother me either.
No.
I just don't understand it, and they, the thing is, they must know that we're mostly English speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You could at least translate that shit first.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, do us a favor.
Yeah, Weaponized Cowardice says Coward 19. Yeah, that's the way. I had a bunch of comments like that today about Trudeau. He's Coward 19. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's gone and hiding again, saying, "Oh, it's becoming violent and dangerous out there, and threats are being made."
None whatsoever.
Brother, threats have been made against this guy since day one.
Oh, I'm surprised he's still walking, man. I'm surprised they haven't JFK'd him, man. No disrespect.
Right?
Yeah.
If his private security is listening, if you're smart, sirs, and possibly madams, you will just essentially hand him over if somebody does show up.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a good chance that there's going to be a lot of them, and they are going to get him and you too.
Definitely. Rig says he reported the Ruski. You're not on YouTube. You can't see YouTube right now?
No, I got it on my iPhone. It's just delayed, right?
Oh, okay. Could you maybe throw Riggs a wrench, man?
I thought Riggs had a wrench.
No. JR does.
Add moderator.
Did you get it?
There you go, Riggs.
Hey, Riggs. Leave a message. Let's see if you're blue. Riggs is good mod, man. I'm sure I have Riggs as a mod. Riggs, do I have you as a mod? I'm sure.
I'm sure everybody has Riggs as a mod.
If I don't, you will be soon.
Riggs, type something back. We need to see if you went blue, because your last chat didn't go blue.
No, he just said
Pretty sure I did.
Reported the Rusky. What does Chrome Dome Omega say here, man? Sorry. What's even better? What's even better in the Russian bots? Get through setting your chat to a timer after subbing to the channel for posting in chat. YouTube allows them through every time. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riggs is blue.
Awesome. No, these bots, man. Like, how is that not taken care of?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But yet you report something that's very true on YouTube, and you're instantly flagged and possibly wiped.
Yeah, definitely.
They monitor what each person puts in. So if I text in anything, they can follow me all day long.
Yeah.
Wherever I go. And if they see these people and look at their accounts and all they do is chat in fucking these, spam sites or whatever the case may be, they should be able to boot them immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, ban the account.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is. Like I said, I won't lose sleep over it.
No.
We got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like I said, now that they're releasing people's private information from the hospitals to these, propaganda news reporters, if any of it can be believed, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, nobody's heard from this woman or her family yet. So who's to say that CTV didn't just make up the whole fucking thing?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And if our leftoid companions in our communities can't see the propaganda now for what it is, because you got mainstream TV reporting one thing and a million other people reporting something completely different, literally in some cases watching them report lies, and you're still on their side. Some people are just lost to us. Like I think we stated on our one stream there's some people that are going to be our enemy no matter what, because they are so invested into the lie.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, Fabian just left me another message on that community post. He says one more like for 1,500 likes on that one.
Oh, I put in mine.
Right on. Somebody will take one. Give one.
I liked your dick pic one.
Dick pic one.
Yeah, where you used Buddy Candy out of the Django movie, and he holding up a cell phone. Show me your dick pic, and you chose Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, I got a good friend. He's been in the chat a few times. Keenan Shaw. He sends me all those, so I got him to credit for them because he's on Facebook. I think he gets. I don't know where he gets them, but probably mostly off Facebook. So he just sends them, and I crop them and put them in there.
Well, I don't think Reverend 20 Piece is going to join us because I haven't received an email back from him yet.
He usually doesn't, man. He's a plan. He plans, right? I've never really seen him jump on to a screen. Well, he might. I don't know, but.
Well, I told him if he was bored enough to watch my old videos that he'd definitely come join us in a live stream.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, if anybody's that bored, you're welcome to join us.
Yeah, well, you put in the link if you want. We could have someone call in if you know how to do it.
You gotta remember, I'm working on
phone. So go to share.
I
don't think I can do it.
Where do I go for that on my end?
You go to sorry.
I don't even see the chats. Like I just see the main chat or comments.
Okay, well down at the bottom there where that bar is where it says mute, stop cam mic.
Yeah.
There's a share there.
Oh, there's private chat, broadcast info. Oh, post comment. Maybe this will work.
I don't know what you're looking at. You're on a phone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's there.
Okay, so you can post that to the chat.
Yeah. So guys, we are only taking people that we know.
Yeah. Well, we know everybody here. Everybody's cool.
I don't know some of them. Like Weaponized, I don't know him that well.
Nah, he's cool. We're okay with him.
Okay. Well, if you know him. Remember, I will not be deleting this stream.
Yeah, I know. He's pretty cool, man. Yeah, sorry, we're so gun shy, guys. But as you know, with one of my chats, I let a guy on who started playing porno. So I had to destroy my whole chat, right? That was my first StreamYard chat, so that sucked. But lesson learned,
Yeah, well, I'm hoping our guys won't do that. But like I said, I'm not that big on the whole monetization thing, and I don't know if they would they probably would remove that even if you aren't on that monetization thing or partnership.
Yeah. Apparently there was a way to edit it out, but I tried and on YouTube, and I couldn't figure it out. So I just, fuck, it's just one stream, right? There'll be more. Yeah,
well, you have to do it so where your live stream doesn't upload at the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, it uploaded, so.
Yeah, and that's the one I don't know because I haven't tried. You're supposed to use like YouTube's editor, and that's a paid thing for YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have that either. So it probably doesn't give us that option. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I believe I can set the stream just through the YouTube's studio page for what they allow you to use. I can set it to upload later, but I don't know if there's an editor to go with that.
Yeah, I haven't figured out that feature yet. It's different. Yeah, when you go on your computer, like your laptop or PC, man, you like it's just amazing how much stuff you could really do on YouTube. And
yeah, well, there
I
is.
realize that because I just worked off my phone all the time.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Christ, the last time I broke out this old laptop before I beat it up, I mean, Jesus, I can't even remember when it was. I literally can't. I think it was the last time I did my taxes for my company, right? And then it just sat there collecting dust.
Yeah. So Polska Bob says, we know they're lying. They know they're lying. They know that we know they're lying, but they do it anyways. Media is straight up the enemy. Yeah.
They are. They are.
Yeah.
That's why I said don't exclude the media and the authorities, like the police, from the list of traitors.
Definitely.
Because they are. If you support a cause, whether you're backing them up through whatever enforcement, right? You're part of the problem. You are the enemy. Right?
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, man. To see a group of separatists break out in this country right now wouldn't surprise me one bit. Like full on.
Yeah, full
on.
Like
they call us separatists. They call these truckers separatists. But I mean actual separatists. You know what I mean? To where they, like, I'm probably as close as they come, and I only claim to be Emperor of Canada. I still have no following. So yeah, guys, remember, I don't need your vote. I just need you to be willing to do things.
Exactly. Well, Riggs says he can see my Brazilian fart
pour.
Can you really? Really? Yeah. Yeah, if you want Riggs, anybody, you guys, there's the link. Call in if you want.
Yeah, for sure. This was just a random. We didn't plan on.
Man, we don't have big productions like the others, you know.
Tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
In a world so backwards and fucked up.
Yeah. I'm just so impressed with those guys, you know, how they make up their videos, like unbelievable. Like, you know, the videos you're Billy Von Baum, guys like that, just unbelievable, like how they make those videos is unbelievable. Wow. I wish I knew how to edit and use a computer that good, that's for sure. Wow.
And you know, the worst part is a Manly Load. Do you remember him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's actually big into editing and stuff like that. So is Billy the Goat. But
yeah, Billy the Goat. Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I've watched some of them while they're doing their thing, because they, like, a Manly Load will post a video sometimes where he's talking while working on editing. Right.
Cool.
I can't pick a goddamn clue out of what they're doing there.
I know, neither can I. And like,
don't understand.
You know, like I've heard like one video to edit one video could take up to like 6 hours. So that's a lot of time, man.
Yeah, dude. We make our videos in like 35 minutes.
My videos are made in under a minute.
Don't worry, Bob. We smoke on here.
Yeah, we smoke on here. I'll jump in on smoke breaks, guys. Okay. Bob will come.
Bob, are you at the bar again?
He was on his way to the bar, he said earlier.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you just set up a cot there? You know? Why leave? You already paid them rent.
No, he lives close. He walks home, so that's good.
Yeah, but you might as well just move in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, God, I used to love going to the bar, but even I had limits.
Yeah, no doubt. Chrome Dome Omega says Sunday in the chat at the Pavilion, monster truck racing and brotherhood chatting. Yeah. Right on, brother.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, nothing really planned for tonight, but I left the young guys to do what the young guys do.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. That's cool.
Plus, I don't understand every third word out of their mouths.
No.
I'm not with it.
No. I don't even know if he's still going.
Oh, probably.
I'm not sure.
Oh, somebody's in the back.
Is he? Got somebody? Probably Bob.
It's Riggs Jr.
Cool, man. Hey, Riggs.
Brother Riggs.
You there, Riggs?
Audio.
Hey,
Hey, brother.
you're coming in.
He's in.
Yeah. Just can't hear him. He was saying audio there for a second.
Audio's
God.
not coming through my earbuds.
No.
Oh.
You hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. No, I took one of my earbuds out. Okay.
No. Okay. Yeah, we can hear you, man. Loud and clear.
Right.
This is the first time I'm using my earbuds on my expensive tablet. So
Oh, cool. Got a tab.
the 12.4 inch.
Nice.
Nice.
Like the Samsung?
Yeah, Samsung Tab 7 12.4.
Damn, nice. That's a nice one.
It cost me a pretty penny, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's weird. You know, I paid a good price for my earbuds, and they suck.
Yeah.
the ones I'm talking to you guys on are by Bose. They're about $400.
Okay. So
Oh,
they're
okay.
good. So those are cool. So those are rechargeable and everything? Like there's no.
Yeah. Here, let me.
There you
Either. Where's the camera?
go.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that.
Dude.
Kitty.
Oh, there's a kitty. Hey, kitty.
Yeah,
Petting your pussy.
they're not bad.
Yeah, they're nice.
They sound quite good.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nala?
Dude, they look exactly like mine, but
Yeah.
mine are tribbits.
Yeah. Cool. Is that the poor cat who had to get the surgery with the teeth out and stuff?
No. Hold on.
Yeah, but
That's
Bose
this one
is-
here.
Oh,
Those
really?
Bingo.
Bose are so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sleeping.
Hey, big fella.
So, Riggs,
Get it.
what's your STD that's flaring up tonight, buddy?
My head.
Yeah.
Oh, syphilis, huh?
What are you doing?
Did you have to work? You have to work today, Riggs?
No, not today.
No, that's cool.
I got woke up at 4:30 this morning.
Oh yeah, what happened?
My mom called me crying her eyes out that my grandma had passed,
Oh,
so
that
I had to
sucks,
go
buddy.
deal with that.
She passed away. I'm so sorry, Riggs. Wow, that was quick.
Yes, it was. They thought she had this condition called TTP, which is like the red blood cell splitting in half.
Mm-hmm.
But they ended up finding out that the chemo medication is what was doing it,
Yeah.
and my mom basically, told everybody, get up there, say your final goodbyes, blah blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
while she's still here. And the minute they pulled her off the chemo medication and the plasma infusions and whatnot, she just went right down the tubes.
Wow.
Shitty.
Sorry, Riggs.
Everybody was able to make it up to the hospital and say their final goodbyes, and I was not able to get up there, but I was able to relay to my mom my final words and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So she hung on just long enough for everybody to get up there.
That's good.
My mom stayed up there till late, to the point where she was falling asleep in the chair.
Yeah.
And she told my grandma, she's like, all right, Mom, I'm going to go home and get some sleep,
Mm-hmm.
get some rest.
Yeah.
And, well, my grandma did the same. So,
Yeah. Wow.
but this was her second bout with the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew the minute it came back, it was game over. The goose was cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, she fought this shit as long as she could and whatnot. But
Wow. How old was she?
She turned 76 on the 24th,
Okay. Wow.
which
Yeah.
is about like the way my great grandma did. She made it a few days after her birthday and then decided, all right, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow.
But so yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster day for my for my head, you know.
Mm,
No, it's understandable, buddy. It's never easy to lose somebody, even when they do live a full, long life.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
she had a good run. She survived cancer once. It went into remission, and then it came back, and it was just it was too strong for the meds.
Mm-hmm.
She was in her mid-70s, and her body just wasn't able to take the medications this time around.
Yeah.
She was just too weak for it. But
Exactly.
Well, I have a feeling after what I showed Dax here tonight, and I really wish I could show it to you guys, but because I'm on a different phone, it's not tied to my Facebook or anything. But the video I shared with him on Discord and what they went over, what they do know is in these vaccines that Fauci's been giving out.
Yeah.
It essentially, one of the chemicals breaks down just like asbestos,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not water soluble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So most products that you can make in a lab, when it comes to like crashing out the crystals to use them in medications, we use them because they're water soluble. So they completely dissolve and break down to their chemical elements, essentially in the body. When they keep and retain shape, then you get stuff like asbestos. So your body doesn't get rid of asbestos; it stays in its exact same shape.
Mm-hmm.
Which are essentially tiny shards, and they constantly cut through the cells. This is where asbestos is so heavily linked to cancer, and it's why we treat it that way.
Yeah.
These chemicals that they're talking about that are in these vaccines are essentially the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, the fact that they were causing blood clots and stuff now makes a hell of a lot more sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had suffered a mild stroke on New Year's Eve. That's where I spent my holiday.
I remember that when you were telling us that. I think you did a video too at the time.
Yeah. I went over there, and because my mom and my sisters were concerned, and wanted me to go over there and hang out with her and just kind of keep tabs on her. And because I don't go out and chase skirt anymore, I was just like, well, I'll just go hang out with grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed the speech was off. Part of her face was drooping. I'm like, something's wrong with her thinking meat, her brain.
Yeah.
I'm like, this ain't something that you can just go snap your fingers, take an antibiotic and fix. I'm like, you need professional help. So I bugged her till she got in the truck, and we went up to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're right. It is a lot like frostbite, just like how ice crystals form. That's what they do to break down tissue. It's just on a smaller scale.
It makes me wonder if, because I don't remember what vaccine she had, but she had the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Or vax, whichever you want to call it, but she had the juice. So that makes me wonder if that played a role in this.
Yeah.
I know her system was already weak because of the chemo treatments.
Yeah, I don't think that ended her. I think she had the cancer and everything. I would probably.
Yeah, it was pretty far along. She was getting nodes on her liver and on her neck, and they were spreading to other places. And
yeah, that's a cancer, man. The vaccine didn't do that. No. The vaccine doesn't do that, but I don't think it did it in her case.
No, I don't think it was the primary thing. I think 99.99% of it was the cancer.
Yeah, definitely.
It's possible. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But enough of the depressing shit.
Okay.
What are you guys up to tonight?
Not much. We just wanted to come on here and talk about truckers in Canada and
whatever else.
That. I think it was you that posted it. I reposted it to a couple of my trucker friends in the UK,
Cool.
and he's like, yeah, keep me updated on what's going on. I'm like, well, right now they're trying to shut down Ottawa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought I heard, that the American truckers were trying to do a similar thing on our side because they're not allowed up there because they don't have the papers.
Well, the ones, the Americans with the papers are coming up here. They're already here.
Are they?
Oh yeah, we have Americans here. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're trying to cut off everybody else that was coming later on. Essentially, that's why they're holding up people in Edmonton and Detroit and places like that. Yeah. Anywhere where they essentially can keep them out of Ontario altogether, whether it be in Manitoba or somewhere, they're going to be setting up people. But because they started here in the West, and that's the first group that's already there.
Yeah.
The first wave has already gone down. So most people from BC and Manitoba are already there. Just give me a sec here, guys.
I've been relaying information to them and kind of keeping them updated because they support the situation as well. The ones I've talked to anyway that are over there, they support what you guys are doing up there and what the truckers are doing here.
Yeah, that's
one of them, he's like, if I lived over there, I'd be right there with you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
they're doing the same thing in the States to you guys too?
They're trying to force it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some like some of the ports they won't let you in unless you have the juice. I think that's a lot to do with why all these ports are backed up is because nobody's allowed in, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the primary thing, but it plays into the mix.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, there's Mr. Hemi 4-Speed. Hey, brother. Yeah, so do you guys just need the papers on you saying that you've had it, or do you have that phone thing yet?
I haven't run into any places demanding papers yet.
Okay.
My current work is under 100 people, so they're not pushing it yet, but they have. They did this thing for a while where if you had the shot, you could take your mask off and basically not have a mask on and whatnot.
Okay.
And my attitude was, go fornicate yourselves.
Yeah.
I kept my mask on. My bosses both know I see right through the BS. I'm like, this thing doesn't do anything other than stop cardboard dust from going in my lungs.
That's about it.
Polska's here.
Hey, Bob.
The drunkard in chief. But, yeah, they basically said, you can, take your mask off, blah, 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 if you show us your papers. And I'm like, screw you guys. I'll keep my mask on. The mask I can take off. Once the shot's in, it's in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then hey, last week.
Well,
hey, brother Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, guys. You know what? I wanted to talk about the truckers. All right, so they're all back in Ottawa now, and I asked this question earlier. What's their plan now? They're there for the weekend. Are they staying there until more and more come until they're going to be there indefinitely?
I'm glad you actually asked that because people have been posting, comments essentially stating that, they can only stay here so long. The shelves are running out of stock. Where's our supplies? Blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, they, the people that were stating, they need to go home sometime. Well, the truckers are responding with, I live in my truck, so I'm already home.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
Hopefully they bring enough fuel trucks with them. I would imagine they worked out the logistics.
Yeah,
they got the logistics.
Yeah, there are fuel trucks there and like porta potties there and everything. But what they were threatening to do is they were threatening to start towing them. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. Go ahead.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know what? You know what they should do with those trucks is put them out around the city perimeter and cut off anybody else from coming in.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they're all essentially pulled off to the side, but I mean, they are taking up one side of the road. I mean, in the cities, there's nowhere to park on the side of the road in most places, right? It's just like any other city.
No.
Oh no!
What you have for street is just street, maybe a bike lane, but there's nowhere to actually pull off. They are literally on the fucking road for one direction.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still more coming in, right?
Yeah.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest that should be coming in, if I was in charge of this thing, I would keep those trucks around the city perimeter to cut it off, just like a modern day, like a medieval siege.
Mm-hmm.
And the Trojan horse is already in the city, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Hemi. Good to see you, buddy.
Mr. Hemi's here. He said idling a rig can last a long time. Yeah, it can. It can last for days and days and days. I used to be a truck driver. I drove trucks for 5 years. I did flat deck Super Bs. And yeah, truck can idle for days.
Yeah, there's a
Dak, you were a lot
reason.
lizard.
Sorry, go ahead.
Be honest, Dak, you were the lot lizard.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a reason why their fuel tanks are so large, and they can sit there and idle for a fuck of a long time.
Yeah, but
What, 50 gallon aside?
Yeah, about there.
150.
Oh, I forget, man. I forget. It's over 100, I think.
I know
Depends.
it's over 100.
I say a different size tank. It depends. You can have 50, 100s, 200s. They come in all different sizes. But
Yeah, I think the over the roads, it looks like 50 to 75 the side.
Yeah,
most of them.
Yeah, definitely. But some of the truckers they did an interview with, and they said we're not leaving until these mandates have been lifted. So
good. You know what? That's an answer to the question that I asked earlier. Yeah, they're not leaving.
No, that's what a bunch of them said, Bob. They said we're not leaving until this shit gets lifted. So
and more are coming in. So that's even better.
Yeah.
It
so
is.
With all this happening, our supply chains and our shelves are going to go bare. But that's good. You know what I mean? That's You know
what? It's unfortunately, but we're gonna have to show the weaknesses of these cities. It's 3 days. 3 days. That's enough supplies. That's all they got, and they're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm trying to find the Instagram video the young guy posted today, essentially talking about all these squishy millennial leftoids that are living in these cities are all running out of supplies. All right, brother. Pop back in anytime.
Yeah.
Sure. On the next smoke break.
Sounds good. But essentially, he's like, they're gonna realize just how important we are, and when the population says no thanks, we fucking mean it.
Yeah.
They must have not have gotten the picture in 2020 when everything some shelves started to really go bare when people flipped out over the TP for their bunghole.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was funny because what was happening here in Edmonton is all the Chinese were piling into Costco, right? When it began and buying them all up, like buying everything. Because you know what they were doing is they were sending all our toilet paper on sea cans back to China, because at that time, China was in full blown COVID and had no toilet paper.
Oh, so they're sending it all back home, huh?
Yep.
I still have what?
I have exactly what we need.
Cases.
Full of toilet paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? 36 roll of 36?
Yeah, well, hey, we all did it. I remember me and my
18
mom.
18 mega roll packs.
Yeah, me and my mom went to the store. Yeah.
Yeah, the little brown kitty that was on camera a minute ago. She has not left my side.
No, she knows you're hurting.
No, she knows something's up with Papa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Animals know.
Yeah, you bet they do, man.
Oh, yeah.
More inquisitive than you think.
Yeah.
More than most people give him credit for.
Yeah.
I gave the black and the white one a hug, and he didn't even wiggle trying to get loose.
Yeah.
Because normally I'll give him a hug and he'll kind of try and wiggle out after a few seconds.
Yeah.
And he just sat there this morning, so he knew something was up.
Mhm. Yeah.
They know when something's not right. They have that weird
Sense. Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nava?
That's why they started using them for people with epilepsy. I mean, they could sense the chemical imbalance happening inside the person before they knew.
Hmm.
I thought that was absolutely amazing. I mean, the dog is essentially walking with them.
Hmm.
Everything's all hunky-dory and normal, and then the dog pounces on them to sit them down.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're going into a seizure.
My ex-Slore was a I don't know, not epileptic, but she had seizures.
Okay.
That's epileptic, isn't it?
No, whatever.
Well, she'd have a seizure and then she would, come back too.
Hmm.
I was apparently the only one that cared in that relationship.
Hmm.
The last time I remember her seizing up, I was at my mom's house and I was on my Harley. And I could tell by the way she was texting that her hands were shaking.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh shit, she's seizing.
No.
So I'm on that bike letting that V-twin sing, and I'm just going I was hauling across town at near triple digits.
Wow.
To get to her, because that was back when I actually gave a fuck.
Yeah, I hear you.
We all had our blue pill days, buddy.
Yeah, I come into my apartment, she's slumped over the side of the bed. I'm like, oh fuck.
And I mean, I don't mean that in a way that we shouldn't care about people. That's not what I mean at all.
No, I
think that's where
you mean.
Yeah, but I think they use that against us a lot when it comes to, that we just don't care regardless of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolute horseshit. But then again, we're used to getting horseshit for flack, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're used to getting crapped on.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that what us boys are for? Just to be a work mule and not get anything in return?
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew there was something to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it is what it is, to say we don't care about people is insane. We're here because we care.
It's an insult, really.
Yeah. We're literally here because we don't want to, hear of more guys going through what we went through. Most of us have experienced something, and it's life changing, and in some cases, it's life ending.
Yeah.
And once you punched your own clock, there ain't no coming back.
No.
Oh, I've been there before. I've had my moments where I thought about, checking out.
Mm-hmm.
I know, buddy. We've all. It's a dark point in our life.
It is, and I'm kind of going through a bit of a dark spot now. I'm not to the point where I want to start my Remington.
Yeah.
But a lot of the problems I'm going through, I brought on myself.
Yeah.
The cars are always going to have problems. If you have an old enough car, you're going to have the problems.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to unfuck my life all the way around. Like, I'm trying to drop the weight. I'm working on getting this job thing down in Texas. I'm trying to basically undo a lot of stuff. So it's for a good cause, but I brought a lot of the stress on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of us do. We can't predict what's going to happen to us. You know what I mean? Anybody that says, "Oh, I can fucking tell you the secrets to life," they're full of shit. You know what I mean? We can tell you what to avoid based on what we've experienced. You can tell us what you've experienced and how to avoid it, or to look out for the signs. But yeah, we're not going to predict shit going wrong. And when shit goes wrong, you deal with the fact that shit's gone wrong. You kick a can or a rock, and you fucking unfuck what you've just experienced.
Yeah.
Work your way out of it.
Um,
But yeah,
Uh,
nothing's perfect about anyone's life. Anybody that says their life is perfect is full of shit.
oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I had, what was it? It was 2019, 2020. Basically after I found Pop and all them guys, and I started to learn to laugh about all the things that I had been told that were a complete lie,
Mm-hmm.
and realize that I'm not getting married, I'm not having kids.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do with my life now? What, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, E, whatever is done.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to develop a plan for myself. What am I going to do for me? Because there's kids aren't going to happen, at least until everything completely crashes.
Yeah.
And a certain gender, because there's only two,
Yeah.
learns their place in the world
Mm-hmm.
and decides to get back in their freaking box.
Well,
So I basically had to take stock. I'm like, okay, I looked at where I was living, what I'm driving, where I'm working. I'm like, I'm not. I had to utter the old word, the famous last words about my own life. I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cool with being where I'm at for the rest of my life. So I started working. I started talking to my buddy in Texas, and I'm like, what do I need to do to get working down there?
Mm-hmm.
And so he started laying out, oh, you need this credential, that credential. You need to get this, you need a resume filled out. He basically started listing out, sorry about that, listing all the stuff I needed to get a hold of. And I started taking care of that. Because I'm looking at houses and rent is approaching $1,400-$1,500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Average. Pickup trucks are anywhere from 50 to 100 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I cannot afford either of those on my current pay grade. So I'm like, well, something's got to change. I got to do something,
Mm-hmm.
So I just, and then I'm looking at all the stuff basically going to hell in a handbasket. And I'm like, well, I need to get south. I'm tired of the snow. If things go really bad, Texas is probably one of the better places to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Well,
got to
they're
stay away from the
definitely
cities, but
definitely the heaviest armed, I believe.
uh,
They're definitely the heaviest armed.
Yeah.
yes, that's what I was looking at as well. Is they like their guns a lot more than some other areas of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Well,
would be closer to where I would potentially be working. So I'm like, well, let's start making plans to go down there. Last year, I hopped on the motorcycle and basically went down there as a kind of as Cappy would say, a reconnaissance mission.
Mm-hmm.
And went down there, checked it out, tasted the food, ran around, looked at the area, and I'm like, well, I like it down here. So
hey
I'm
man,
still trying to make that plan happen.
That's cool.
I just sent off my resume. My buddy asked me, he's like, can you send me the resume? So I'm assuming somebody's asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
well, that'd
So
be awesome. I mean, to have a job lined up waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
that's the plan, is to have the job ready to go. And then basically go down there, throw the topper back on my truck, throw a mattress in the back, and basically sleep in that while I'm down there for whatever training, and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
I got family here in town, so I'll have them stop and take care of my pets here
Mm-hmm.
until I can either come back and pack up and then move down there or what have you.
Well, I mean, if that's what you feel will make you happy, buddy, in the end, I mean, that's
I'm hoping
awesome.
so.
Well, do you know what's at the root of what's making you unhappy?
A lot of it is financial, really.
Yeah.
I'm I'm tired of fixing my vehicles every time I turn around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of sticking money in them. I'm tired of not having the funds available to build myself a retirement if I make it that far. I'm kind of leaning towards Pop 65 and out plan.
Mhm.
With my heart issues, I don't know how far I'm going to make it as far as that range goes. I might make it to 65. I don't know. But at least have a better quality of life than I've had thus far.
Mhm.
I've mentioned it to a few people, but I'm the product of a single mom. We
Mhm.
grew up in the trailer courts. Like there was times where we had to stick a box fan near an oven to keep the house warm.
Mhm. Wow.
My old man was never around and all that, so I definitely want to go out on a good note. Put it that way.
Well, no, that's understandable. And yes, we all need so much financing to keep us going.
Yeah.
But if you let the idea of just being, a wealth gatherer basically control your life, no matter how much money you have, you'll never be happy. At least
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
and
very, very
I'm
low
working
odds.
on getting certain things right in my head and figuring out why certain things are the way they are.
Yeah. And you're working at a job right now, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
pays enough to keep the bills paid, but not enough to where I can start really stashing away money.
Does it give you enough free time to start a side gig of some kind?
Not really.
No. So you have to work too many
I
hours?
work anywhere from 8 to 10 or 11 hours a day, and then I also go to the gym.
Is that 7 days a week, 6 days?
Some 5 days a week at minimum. We do work a lot of Saturdays. Sometimes 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And the days off, I usually end up spending washing clothes, doing dishes, vacuuming my house,
Mhm.
fixing whatever's newly broken on my vehicles.
Gotcha. Well,
I stay pretty busy.
That's good.
is there any way you can lower your cost of living to make so you could work only 5 days a week instead of the whole 6 and 7 and looking for overtime type of deal?
I suppose if I didn't have my student loan debt, I'd probably be able to drop it down a bit.
Well, I know people who've had student loan debt haven't paid on it for 20 years.
I've in the last 10 years, I've knocked about 30 grand off
Dude,
of my debt, and I haven't really been hammering it that hard.
that's fucking awesome.
So I'm down to about $10,000 on my student debt.
Well, I mean, they have waivers that you can fill out essentially once a month, or I believe you guys pay them out
I
once
think
a
it's called
month, right?
forbearance.
Yeah, where you can skip the payment without it actually affecting anything to add on any more interest. Like I stated, my ex-wife had student loan debt that she never paid on. Never.
Wow.
She just kept filling out the essentially the waive to have that month's payment skipped. And it doesn't matter how many you do. And I know that's going to slow you down in the end. You'll still own student debt. Um, I'm actually, I don't even know what I would have done if I had actually gotten any student debt. I never did, but essentially, like, if that money could be used for something to improve your life a little bit better, or to help you, live a better life right now, wouldn't it be okay to waive it for a few months?
What I'm looking at doing now, I'm looking at obviously the better job, better location. I'm
Right.
working on dropping the weight, so I'm working on getting my body right. My main goals, like just in the next 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years, get all my debts cleared. Aside from buying a new vehicle, something I ain't gotta keep working on all the time.
Yeah.
That's really my only plan, is to get free and clear of debt, get me a reliable vehicle, and then start looking around for a piece of property.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be some land and I throw a shipping container on it and build that into a little tiny house, or
Something.
you know, whatever I got to do. But yeah, that's the main goals for right now. Is once I get this job down south, is get down there, get situated to where I got a somewhat of a rental down there, like a house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Get clear of debt, get me a reliable truck, and just start looking around, see where I want to actually live permanently and put down some roots.
Yeah, definitely. Riggs, the chat's asking how old you are.
See,
You don't remember?
I quit keeping track after 30.
Okay.
I believe I'll be 34 this year.
Okay.
That's okay. I started forgetting after 28.
Well, once you cross 25 and all your car insurance gets cheaper and whatnot, you kind of don't really need to keep track.
Yeah, no, I've lost track of. I thought I was 28 2 years in a row.
Wow.
So,
No, I'm in my early to mid 30s. I just remember, like I said, I remember growing up with little to nothing.
Yeah.
And I kind of, not necessarily spurred out or whatever, but once I really started getting some cash, like I went and bought a motorcycle, big screen TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you grow up with nothing, you kind of go nuts when you get a few bucks.
Yeah, I understand that. I can understand. Yeah.
But I've had the fancy Harley. I've had the, you know, like a really nice Lincoln Town car.
Mm-hmm.
And all that mess. And you come to the realization after a while that your happiness doesn't come in material bullshit.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think a lot of it is having basically being well off enough to have the time to basically take off and go do something, go experience something. You know, the memory of going and doing something, going to Hawaii or going to Europe or, you know, whatever tickles your fancy, and going and experiencing things.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
I think that's part of it. Is you can have everything in the world and still be depressed. I mean, look at all these Hollywood stars. They got every single material possession they could want.
Yeah. And they're still not suicide. Happy.
Yeah, they still commit suicide. Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have to look to The Godfather of comedy for that one. I mean, he was literally one of the world's greatest comedians of all time for probably a good 20 years straight.
Robin Williams,
yes. And I mean, that man was the saddest person on the inside.
Mm-hmm. I thought you guys were talking about George Carlin.
Oh, no. That's another good one.
No, sorry.
George Carlin rocks.
That's true too.
Hey, you know what, Riggs? I haven't had a chance to go through your videos yet because, I go through so many videos. What is wrong with you specifically? I asked this in the chat.
Sorry, I can't see the chat right now. What did you say?
What is wrong with you health-wise? Are you okay?
Aside from being a bit of a tubby bastard. And I think a lot of that goes back to being raised by my single mother who had no dietary control over herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so
She is
what are we talking
she's-
about? Like diabetes and stuff like that?
she's not got diabetes yet, but
You got-
she is still around 3 bills.
Yeah. No, we're talking about you, Riggs. You said you had a
Yeah,
heart.
yeah. I'm talking about you and not your mom.
Right, but that's part of my problem is I basically grew up with in a family of nothing but big people,
Yeah.
and as a result, I'm a big person. Like I'm 6 foot tall, and the last time I was on the scale, I was 360 pounds.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And when I first started on this weight loss this last round, I was over 400 pounds.
Holy crap, Riggs.
Okay, well, you've lost some weight. What other issues are you having, like gout and stuff like that, or?
No, my knees and my hips hurting was primarily because of my weight.
Yeah.
Now that has subsided a bit with the weight loss, obviously. Aside from the depression / anxiety crap, and that has a lot to do with my childhood and my father basically being a piece of crap.
You know what? I can give you a great piece of advice. All right, because I used to know a good one of my best friends. His one of his uncles had the same problem, was overweight. All of his family was overweight, and you know what? The best thing he did, the best decision he made in his life, is he just started walking everywhere. Like,
oh, there was a point where I was working out 6 and 7 days a week and walking close to 10 miles a day. Now I went from 385 pounds down to 315.
Wow.
Dude, that's
And
incredible.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what, your weight and the fact that you're generating so much gravity is the more and more you're working out is the more and more stress you're putting on your bones. And like don't do stuff like running, don't do stuff like maybe stuff like cycling, but stuff like just walking
yeah,
everywhere.
I don't do the running because I don't
that's
want
too
to
much
destroy my
stress.
knees.
Yeah, that's too much stress on your knee joints and your back too. Definitely
Yeah, if
don't
I do it,
that.
cycling or like speed walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Riggs, did you say you had a heart problem too?
Yeah, back in 2013, I was working for Wells Dairy. And I was standing at my machine watching my line, do its thing, making sure everything's all peachy, right?
Yeah.
And I felt a little weird, and then I felt really hot for about 10 to 15 minutes. And that was my heart stopping and then restarting.
Yeah. I've had that, man. I've got a pacemaker, man. I've got cardiomyopathy. I got a real bad heart.
Yeah.
smoking?
My mom hassled me and made me go into the hospital and whatnot, and they basically said I had irregular heartbeat or palpitations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, definitely no jab for you, buddy.
Yeah.
So
you probably drop dead.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I assume you have a regular doctor you see, right?
Yeah.
So you can get an exemption, no problem, right?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. The last time I called into the office, I had every winter I get like nasal infection, then it turns into a lung infection.
Ooh.
And I called in. I'm like, because it's to the point where I just called my doctor. I'm like, yeah, I got the usual shit going on. Just send the prescription over to the pharmacy or whatever. And I called us. I'm like, hey, I got a slight, nasal infection. I need to get in to be seen. I was also going to ask about getting the old snip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, well, that's a COVID symptom or whatever. And
No.
the doctor's not seeing people with those issues.
Wow.
So they wouldn't even let me in the building. So as far as getting the exemption, I might be able to get it. But as far as getting in the building to even talk to the fella, I don't know.
Well, if you got to wear a face mask to do it, I mean, to get the exemption, it's worth it enough. Like I myself, I'm not poked, nor will I ever be. Just like the Viva El Presidente, Chris Mitchell there.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I thought it was Emperor.
Yeah, well, he keeps calling me that.
Sorry, guys. Island Hermit's in the chat, guys. Hey, Island.
Hey, brother.
You know what? You guys have never seen the young ones out of the BBC.
I have.
Yeah. Remember when Mike declared himself president, and Rick had the what is it, the cricket bat, and he was like, "Viva El Presidente."
I might remember clips of that from when it was actually on air, but the fact is that I can't find the whole collection anymore unless I buy it for like $90 on Amazon, which I didn't do.
Okay, but maybe we'll get a GoFundMe for you and get it for you.
We need a GoFundMe for Riggs, man.
Here's something that I've mentioned to Dax.
I'll figure it out, Dak. I don't need anybody throwing money at me.
No.
Then I would have to flash a nipple, and I'd have to get on OnlyFans, and we just don't need that.
Okay.
Riggs.
Yeah, we don't need feet pics of you on the internet. That's for sure.
Oh
Riggs.
No, you don't want to see my size 14 feet.
Riggs and Bob.
God no.
Bob.
Yeah.
Riggs.
Yep.
Shut up. I want to say something.
Go ahead.
When I was first starting this channel, I mentioned to Dax that what I would like to do is to have the guys that come into the streams donate $1 a month directly to a bank account through e-transfer. And I wanted to save that up for at the end of every month to give it away to one of the people that we know who join these live streams and the chats that we know from places like Pops, who have been through the shit or are going through a hard time. Now, I know you drink a lot, Bob, but could you give up a shot every month for one of our brothers that we know in these chats?
Okay, El Presidente. All right, first of all, you guys know I donate across the board to a lot of places.
But I don't want a lot. I just want $1 a month. That's all I would ask.
Do you have the joint community thing on your thing, El Presidente?
I don't know what that is. What are you talking about?
I throw a few bucks to Pop every now and then. I just send off a package with a bottle of cold brew.
Yeah. Well, really?
With a big black dick drawn on it.
Do you really?
Yes, I drew a big old dong on it.
Island Hermit is here.
What up?
Hey,
I seen Dak and Riggs were on the stream, so I'm like, fuck it. I got to jump on for a minute.
Right on, man.
Hey, brother, welcome.
Chris, there should be like a joint community thing on your YouTube channel that it gives like tiers, and one of it is just like $1 a month, and it just collects over time. I'll be glad to join that. There's a few channels, gamer channels that I give to a lot. That's just $1 a month.
Well, that's just it. If we go through places like Patreon, YouTube, PayPal, they all have the ability not only to take a cut of that, but to also shut you down if they don't like your fucking side of things.
Well,
that's why I didn't want to do it through them.
Well, then, Presidente, then you're going to have to find something that makes it that we get 100% of it.
Yeah,
and I'll be happy.
I'll be happy
to join that.
Right, because every month I would put in at least $5 for myself and my kids. Right, $1 from each of them to help out one of our people that are essentially in need or going through some fucking crap or have been through it. And I've mentioned this to Dax already, so it's verified.
Something about a shot?
Yeah,
Kitty.
I don't know how to set up that community thing, but I have seen it.
I'll figure it out, Chris. We'll figure it out later. So. What's up,
So
Hermit?
anyways, I just
Don't mind me, I'm just
popped
cutting my
on. I was scrolling through YouTube.
Yeah.
I was actually trolling Sex Pat, Cuck Pat, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
seen you guys were live, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll jump in for a minute. So how you guys doing tonight?
Good, brother.
Good, buddy. We're
You
just
still
having a chat.
spurging out over there or what?
Yeah, I've been
Jesus.
trolling him, so he's getting pissed. It's kind
Is
of
he?
funny.
Yeah.
Well, when you act like that fella has, you know,
Yeah, well,
you
Hammerhand
got to.
commented on his video, so he's trying to argue with Hammerhand, and then I jumped in to
Oh,
troll
good
him,
luck with
and
Hammerhand.
he's getting
Yeah,
pissed.
Oh, yeah. So, sorry, what, who is this?
His name's Sex Pat. He tried to well, he's the one that got fucking Chronix Discord taken down.
Okay. So,
Oh,
SEXPAT, that's the channel name?
No, he changed it to the Crane Hermit or some bullshit.
Oh,
Okay.
he's copying you now, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, he's putting Hermit in his name, and I can't whoop his ass because he's all the way in Thailand, fucking them lady boys.
Really? Well, just, what do you call
Oh,
it?
he's in Bangkok messing with all the ladyboys.
He's in Bangkok taking it up the pooper.
Yeah, well, Hermit, link it on Discord for me. I want to check out this channel.
I'll send you the video.
Okay, cool.
He's just mad because a woman told him what to do in fucking Discord, so now he's being a big baby about it.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't it she recommended that he post
Yeah, he was
a
posting
certain
clown. He was
item
posting
in a
clown
different
porn
area?
on fucking Chronix Discord, and then the girl told him, "Hey, don't post clown porn here," and then he got mad.
And that's what took down Chronix Discord?
He got a bunch of people to team up with him. He tried to get me to team up with him, and I told him to fuck off.
Wow.
Well, like I was saying the other day, I'm like, if you're into that kind of funny business, that's fine, but post it in the the correct.
Oh yeah, there's certain places
folder.
you just don't post shit like that.
Yeah, no. Wow.
Well, like there's a main room, there's a this area, that area. It's
Yeah.
like file it in the correct
Mm-hmm.
room or folder or whatever.
Yeah.
You could be
Yeah.
into the weird stuff. That's fine. That's if that's your bag, go for it.
Yeah, whatever.
But
Just don't be posting it places where you're not supposed to.
right, and as far as I'm aware, all this lady did was, hey, this ain't the area for that. Move it on over to this area. And if you're gonna flip out for somebody saying, "Psst, I wouldn't do that,"
I think it was more the fact that a woman told him what to do, and he's like, "I can't have that."
well, we all have those actual toxic males that say, I can't hear what you're saying, and if you try to tell me what to do, or
Mhm.
what it was a suggestion.
Yeah. But
That's
shit,
it.
I'm open to suggestions, and I'll listen to what you have to say. But if
Yeah,
you're talking
and-
bullshit, I'm gonna say, hey, what the hell? Why this way? I
Mhm.
ask for like when my bosses get on me about certain things, and I'm like, okay, why are we doing it this way? And they'll flip out, and I'll just I will basically be insubordinate without getting in trouble
Yeah.
until they explain to me why. Once they explain why, it's like, oh, we're doing this because of this. Like, okay, I got you. I'll be right over.
Mhm.
Well, one of the beautiful things right now is you can kind of get away with more at work than what you could before, because everybody is hurting for workers. Like I know where
Mhm.
I work, we need workers super bad, but nobody is trying to come in because of all the craziness going on. And it allows me to basically just tell them to fuck off. I'm doing what I want because they can't afford to replace me. So
Mhm.
I behave within reason. If the bosses are doing something that's just like, okay, you're just being fucking stupid, then I'm like, all right, dude, you're being
there's
stupid.
been so many times I pretty much told them to fuck off.
I professionally tell them to fornicate themselves, in certain situations where it's called for.
Mhm.
But yeah,
So, anyways, Riggs, how's the fitness coming along? You still hitting it, brother?
this last week has been just I got in there when I could, but
Yeah.
I'm basically maintaining right now.
I gotta help Dak get in shape next. We'll get you jacked, homie.
Yeah, I know.
I got to keep working with that MyFitnessPal and adjust a few things.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal is key. If you guys are trying to
Yeah, it
lose
is.
weight, download MyFitnessPal, track all your calories,
Mhm.
makes it simple. At the end of the day, it's all calories in versus calories out. The laws of thermodynamics.
It is. It's very much that. I've gotten it steady to the point where my weight doesn't vary more than 2 pounds from day to day.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you should definitely like week by week wanting to see your weight go down for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I weigh myself every morning after I drop a sex pat in the toilet.
Mm.
See that when I had the coof that fucked me up because like my progress was going good, and then I
Yeah.
got the coof for a week, so that whole week I ate like fucking shit. But like I'm back on now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take a lot out of you. I noticed from either not going for 2 or 3 days or just missing a week because I was trying to get my truck ready for the shop or whatever. You lose, you have to kind of take a plate off here and there. If you
yeah.
go too long without, it's
Mhm.
something that's got to be maintained. That's for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
one of the things I found when I tried the Whole Foods diet, I felt great. I wasn't, lacking in anything, and I didn't have to go through any severe diet change.
Mhm.
And I still lost weight while working out. Of
See
course, I lowered my weight to increase my reps.
what I do is I do like if it fits your macros. So like I've been lifting for like since I was 19. I'm 31 now. I'm a part-time personal trainer, so I pretty much know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And I don't really like some people will look at foods and be like, those are good foods, those are bad foods. I have to stay away from those foods. Like I know it's all about calories in versus calories out. So like I'll have like a donut or a cheeseburger or whatever. I just fit it into my calories. I make sure I hit my protein for the day and I'm good. As long as you stay in whatever your caloric range is, you're good. Like I don't demonize foods because like at the end of the day, I'm only human. And if I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat super clean and I'm never going to touch this food group, like, like I'm only human.
Mhm.
You gotta change it up here and there, but I think a lot of it is basically eating like a dog, eating high quality, but the same crap day in day out.
Well, yeah, what I tell people is you should have 80% of your foods like quality foods, like, your fruits, your vegetables, your lean meats, your sweet potatoes, your brown rice. And then if you have some calories left over, eat that donut or eat that fucking junk food or whatever, like, fit it in. But like
Or
for example,
Yeah.
I'm cutting on 2,400 calories. As long as I hit those calories, it really doesn't matter like what kind of foods I'm eating.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna adjust mine down 100 calories and then try that for a couple weeks and see what happens.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you hit them calories consistently every day. And then like especially like with your weight, like yours should be dropping quick.
Pin it.
Yeah, I've definitely started upping my rep counts to try and push myself a bit harder.
Yeah, to try to burn a little bit more calories.
Yeah, I'm doing either 3 sets of 10, or just 3 sets and going until I can't do another rep at proper form.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll work.
The minute I start deviating from the proper form, like, okay, that's it, time for rest.
I'm
Well,
doing a lot of calisthenics, like a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, dips. Like every other day, I'm doing like a set of 10 by 10 pull-ups. So like all the way till I hit 100.
I was walking like a baby deer when I left off of leg day last time. So,
Mhm.
Well, I found this past couple of weeks here. I started the keto diet.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Now,
keto can be good.
I didn't last long.
No.
Okay, because after 4 days, I started to have like almost like a feeling of being body stoned, like
Yep.
completely
You were
lucid.
going through what we call the keto flu.
Yes,
So,
the
like,
keto flu.
yep.
That
So
sucks.
a lot of people, all right, so your body will use carbs as energy. So when you go to keto, you're eating 75% of your calories is coming from fats instead of carbs, and then the rest is from protein. So you're training your body to use fats as energy instead of carbs, which puts your body into ketosis, which allows you to burn fat. Well,
Right.
anyways, people will go through this thing called the keto flu, and for like
Mhm.
2 weeks you'll feel like complete dog shit. Normally, how to fix that is you have to get more electrolytes in your system.
And
But
fat. I was told fats because the
but
keto fat bombs. I didn't like those, so I avoided them. Right. I just kind of like cut out all my carbs.
yeah,
And
keto can be a good tool, but I personally don't like it. I feel a lot weaker in the gym, and I don't really like that keto flu feeling. But like once you get through that, you kind of feel really good.
okay.
But
Well,
I
I fell
noticed
off the
that.
wagon. I fell off the wagon after day 4. Right.
It's rough.
But I noticed results still like a week later. I was like, holy fuck, my belly doesn't look bloated, because I drink a lot of pop,
Mhm.
right? I usually had like 3 Pepsis a day, one with every
Well,
meal.
a lot
And
of times what happens is when you do keto, so the carbs that you eat when you're not doing keto, you hold on to a lot of water weight. So when you do keto, you're not eating those carbs, so you flush a lot of water weight super quick. So that's probably what it was.
yeah, probably. But like right now, even after I think I've had like 3 full cans of pop since I've gone
Mhm.
off it again in this past week here. And it's already back. You know what I mean? Like that bloated belly look,
Yeah.
that pot belly.
One thing you can do is I'll drink like diet pop, because diet pop has no calories in it. So like I'll either drink water, diet pop, or like 0 calorie energy drinks. But like other than that, like I don't drink like pop that's got a whole bunch of sugar and like
Mm.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
sorry, Herman, I got to ask you a question. I started fasting a bit here, and do you recommend it? And how would you do it? How would you fast? Like when?
Yes, intermittent fasting is a great tool to get lean.
Okay.
All right, so the traditional way people do intermittent fasting is like if you look online, a lot of guys will fast all the way till 2 p.m. and then I think they start and then at 2 p.m. they break their fast, and I think they cut it off at 8. But there are different ways to do it. How I do it, because I do intermittent fasting right now,
Okay.
I basically do like a bastardized version of it, but it works just as good. So I kind of do mine where it like works with my schedule. So I wake up at about 5 a.m., get ready to go to work,
Mm-hmm.
and my lunch is at noon, so I won't eat at all until lunch.
Okay.
And that's when I'll break my fast. And then I'll go to the gym around 8. And then I'll have my last my last meal after the gym. So
Okay.
you basically just want to push your first meal of the day back probably 5 or 6 hours.
So you're eating 2 meals a day then?
No, I eat right now I'm eating 3 meals a day and a snack. I already have everything planned out what I'm gonna eat tomorrow in MyFitnessPal. So tomorrow at noon, I'm gonna have 3 packets of oatmeal, 2 scoops of protein powder,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I get home from work, I'm gonna eat 6 eggs and some noodles. I'm gonna mix them up, and then somewhere in between there, I'm gonna have a protein shake, and then after I get home from the gym, I'm gonna have noodles and 2 cans of tuna. It's kind of gross, but fuck it, it gets that protein in for the day and allows me to hit my protein and calories. So
Okay, cool.
So essentially, me eating 2 meals a day when I actually don't eat much usually until about 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And then I'll have like a snack that night before bed type of thing or closer to the end of the night. I mean, essentially, that's already like fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't find it works out too well for me because, if I started working out again really hard,
Yeah.
to where I was spending 2 hours a day, like steady on my equipment, I would be starving
Yeah.
like
Well,
all the time.
say you're doing intermittent fasting, because intermittent fasting is essentially a tool to help you get lean. You still have to be in a caloric deficit while you do that. So say you're doing intermittent fasting, but you're still going over your maintenance calories for the day, you're gonna still either gain weight or maintain weight. So like, for example, to maintain, I'm 210 pounds. To maintain my current body weight, I have to eat 3,000 calories every day. If I want to lose a pound a week, I have to eat 2,500 calories consistently every day. And week by week, my weight will go down a pound. So, like, at the end of the day, it's all the laws of thermodynamics.
Right.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
this shit broke down to like a science. I've been doing like bodybuilding and powerlifting and all sorts since I was like 19. So
Eventually, I'll get it down to that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like,
for rigs
I
right
am
now,
such a gym rat. I just look at foods and I just like know how many grams of protein and calories and shit like that, dude. It's crazy.
well, I mean, for rigs right now, and even myself, like I'm 215 pounds. Well, 212. But I'm only 5'9", and although I'm fairly well built in the upper body because of the jobs that I've had in history, I don't work those jobs anymore, right?
Mhm.
So I'm still maintaining essentially the frame, but I've noticed that my belly fat has definitely exploded. Like pictures from 3 years ago and today of me are like night and day.
Yeah,
Like,
what you
fuck.
need to do is
Dude,
download
I look cut 3 years ago.
download MyFitnessPal and start tracking your calories,
Mhm.
and then work out, and like that's probably the best way to lose body fat. MyFitnessPal, because you got to know how many calories you're eating every day. If you don't know how many calories you're eating every day, you don't know. You can't track your progress.
Well, for like myself, like I was stating, I don't want to bulk up because I am bulky, right? And usually if I go to a gym, that's all that happens. I just get thicker. You know what I mean? And I
Well,
don't
if
want
you
to,
eat-
I don't want that look. I would prefer a more lean look like I used to have.
Yeah.
So what I was considering doing was trying the keto diet again, right? And trying to stick to it this time. And just doing like my standard workouts, right?
See, here's the thing though. Can you stick with keto? Most people can't stick with keto.
That's because it's fucking horrible, dude.
Right.
I thought I was gonna die.
That's why I say you don't do keto. You download MyFitnessPal. You set it up to where you lose about a pound to a pound and a half a week, and then you hit I don't know what your workout program would look like, but I have some pretty good ones if you need one. I'm in the Discord. I'm helping a handful of guys get in shape. But you want to do a workout program where you're mainly hitting compound movements like bench, squat, deadlift, pull-ups, overhead press, or even like you could even just do like calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, body squats, chin-ups, and eat in a caloric deficit. Track your calories with MyFitnessPal, and then do intermittent fasting. And yeah, you'll like either maintain muscle, or you'll probably actually gain muscle and lose body fat at the same time, and you'll get that lean, athletic look that you're looking for.
Cool.
Well, that's definitely something I'd look into again.
That app definitely helps. I can kind of vouch for that. Ever since I started working with Hermit and basically programming everything into that app and keeping track of everything and adjusting everything a little bit here, a little bit there, and you're gonna have to sit there and constantly play with the mixture and figure out
What
what works,
works.
what doesn't, and what
Yeah.
not. But I have dropped 20 pounds since starting using that app, so it definitely is effective in
Well, and
showing you what
I
the
used to
breakdown of
use
what you're eating.
one of those things like when I was still married, and to be honest with you, it did allow you to watch, you know what I mean? And if you came in below on a day where you normally would have been high, you kind of felt good about it. So you always kept aiming for a lower mark, you know what I mean? Or essentially a better result at the end of your day without being completely starving. So, I mean, if that's what's working for you, buddy, I mean, go for it.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not in the worst shape and I'm not in the best shape. I smoke too much and now I don't.
You're round as a shape.
Yeah, round is a shape essentially. But
See,
I mean,
I don't drink.
I'm thick,
I
right?
don't smoke. I don't really do anything. Like, I'm pretty like big into like health and fitness and like weight training and stuff. So
He's
Yeah,
just
but-
he's just a hog slayer.
Yeah, you're a slayer, bro. But I mean, at the same time, I don't want to be,
yeah, like
really bulky
people tell
anymore.
me I look like a bodybuilder. So
Oh,
Yeah, and I don't want to look that way. I just want to get nice and lean and cut again.
yeah, but if you listen to what I said, you'll definitely see some results and you'll get lean and cut for sure.
Remember, if you get nice
Like,
and lean and cut, girls want to touch your pee-pee.
Yeah, well, they can fuck
Oh
right
man,
off.
I had a girl last Sunday.
Uh-oh.
I'm at the gym. I didn't hook up with her nothing. Right now I'm going monk mode. I'm probably gonna stay on the monk mode until at least summertime. I kind of like to alternate with like monk mode and then messing around with girls. But like monk mode just feels like it's right for the time in my life right now. Well, anyways, I'm at the gym on Sunday. I'm doing my pull-ups. I'm doing 10 sets of 10, and there's this like group of girls, and then I overhear one of them looking at me. She's got like a tiny little waist, fat ass. She is fucking gorgeous. And I hear her talking to her friends about wanting to come talk to me, but she's like, "But I'm afraid. Look at him, blah blah blah." And I'm like, just thinking, like, is this bitch actually gonna try to talk to me? Because I'm like, all right, if she is, maybe I'll give her a chance, and we'll like hang out. But yeah, she was too afraid to come talk to me, so I'm like, all right, you're lost, bitch. Girls tell me I look intimidating, so
Yeah, probably.
They only
I mean,
tell me
don't
that
they
when
like that?
I go on a warpath.
well, I'll see like a girl at the store and she'll be like, she'll like text me or hit me up on social media. She'll be like, I wanted to talk to you. I'm like, why didn't you? They're like, oh, you look intimidating.
Oh, jeez.
It's true.
You got some decent arms, so that's probably what's doing it.
Yeah,
Maybe if you wear a shirt with some fluffy kitties on it or something,
Yeah.
that'll kind of draw it down a little bit. No, come
Well-
touch your pee-pee.
Yeah, cover the
Well, yeah,
top.
I'm like 5'11", 1 inch away from being a Chad, RIP, but I'm like 210 pounds, mostly solid. So
I got two of the 6'6s. I just don't have the money.
Me neither, buddy.
I don't have any of them.
They just better hope I'm not successful with my weight loss, because
Uh-oh.
I might just get the old snip and then go on a tour.
Yeah.
we'll turn you into a Chad Yet Riggs.
Yeah. You'll be
I'm gonna keep working at it. I think I'm on a plateau. I gotta change up a few more
Just
things.
make sure you hit your workouts and hit your calories and don't go over, and you should continue to have progress.
Well, just this last time, I started doing the 3 sets of basically going to failure. Well, not normal failure, but basically going to where my form started to distort and then stop. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna run that program for a while. I might drop my
Did you do the one I
calories down
sent you
about
yet,
100
or
a day, but
what about? Did you start the one I sent you yet, or no?
I started it. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to condense it a bit. to the point where I'm not spending 3 and 4 hours in the gym.
Post
like
Bob is
for me,
back.
the workout that I sent you, it takes me about an hour and a half to complete that.
Bob,
I might have to work
Bob.
on that.
So hey, this was me 3 years ago.
Island, do you have any workout advice for us guys who are tall drinks to straws or tall drinks to water?
Yes.
For
literally
taller
don't-
guys, basically.
I literally don't put on any weight. I eat garbage.
You're
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say if you're a guy that isn't putting on weight, it's probably because you're not eating enough calories.
Well, I'm definitely not doing that enough because I'm so busy at work. I eat lunch at like 5 p.m.
And yeah, like if you're trying to gain like solid muscle, you got to be doing like your workout programs got to have compound movements. Compound movements are like your bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press, basically any like exercise where you hit multiple muscles at once. So like, all right, for like the bench, for example, you think it would be just chest? No, you got your chest engaged, you got your triceps engaged, your shoulders are engaged a little bit.
I want to stop for a second. Okay. I only do 2 pieces of exercise every single day. I walk a lot to the bar, and my job requires that I walk a lot, and I only do 12-ounce curls.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, yeah, those will only get you so big.
One thing I ran into, Polska,
Okay.
is when I initially started working with Hermit here, I was not eating enough. I was eating approximately 1,500 to 1,800 calories a day. So I was essentially
how many
starving
calories
myself.
did you say you're eating again?
It was about 1,500 to 1,800.
Oh man, that is too low. Like
yeah,
for me,
I actually had to start eating more to lose.
If I wanted to go on an extreme cut to lose weight as fast as I could, but I wanted to keep it to where it was still healthy for my body, I would go down to 2,000 calories, and that would almost be pushing it for me. So you're going like 500 calories less than that, and I'm like, oh, dude, first off, it's not sustainable, and you would lose a lot of muscle in the process too. And
it was to the point where, from my understanding, is I was eating so little that my body was basically pulling the Finding Nemo, my bubbles, and basically holding on to everything that I ate, and it just was nuts.
Well,
so I
you're
had
putting your body in starvation mode, which is not good.
Yeah, I was basically in starvation mode all the time.
Okay,
So, hey, guys,
that's
I'm just
okay.
gonna
That's
pop
okay
off for a second.
if you guys want to lose weight for bigger guys like you guys, but what about the rest of us? Like us, like I don't put on muscle or I don't have extra weight and stuff like that. I'm essentially 5'11", and I've weighed 100. I've fluctuated between 160 pounds and 150 pounds my entire life. I'm 45 now.
You gotta eat more calories, and you gotta hit those compound lifts. Like for me, when I was like bulking up, I was eating like 6 meals a day. I was eating like 3,500 calories, and I was hitting the gym like 5-6 days a week, lifting heavy as shit.
Okay, you know what? I don't want to be a bodybuilder or a big guy like you guys. Like I just want to have more stamina.
Oh, more stamina? Well,
yeah.
We need to hit up Pop's ex-wife then.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Polska, you sound like my brother as far as the weight is concerned. He would eat 4 and 5 times what I eat, and he's soaking wet 140, 150 pounds.
Like
you pretty much got to eat
more
a shit ton more to overcome that high metabolism, I think.
No, like I like to consume a lot of pasta. Like Italian food is my favorite. Pasta the carbs. I don't eat a lot of bread. I don't eat a lot of like fries and stuff like that. But I do like meat, and like I do love Italian pasta with the thick red.
What about lumpy
Rich-
liver?
What?
So, do you just want your
Now
stamina to go up? You don't really want to gain muscle?
No. Yeah. No,
I
I
would
don't.
just do more cardio and maybe do some jump roping. Jump roping is a great exercise to build your stamina.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Well, you're pretty much engaging all your muscles, your legs, your core, and everything when you're doing that jump rope thing, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Sprints, yeah, just do more cardio. I'm not much of a cardio guy. I'm more like a bodybuilding guy. So like when it comes to that, that's like, people don't really come to me asking about like cardio questions. It's more like, hey, how do I get 22-inch arms? Hey, how do I get a 315 bench? Stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Like we're in completely different boats. Like
Exactly.
like I said, I walk a lot. I like to go to concerts and get into mosh pits and stuff like that. I would just like much more stamina myself.
Yeah, I would say jump rope and do more cardio.
Just don't
Yeah,
ask
see,
him about leg
Sprints
day.
and running.
And that's one thing I'd wanted to do as well, was I didn't want to bulk up anymore. I wanted to slim down, right? To get back to that leaner look. I don't
But-
want to be a fridge. I want to be
But see,
lean.
you have to eat less calories than your body consumes. When it comes to losing weight, it's all calories in versus calories out.
Well, exactly, and I understand that.
But you don't want to lose the current muscle that you have now. So that's
No.
why I say you still have to be lifting.
Well, I mean that's where I lowered my
All
weight.
right, guys, I'm jumping out.
All right,
Hey,
buddy.
man.
All right, see you, man.
See,
So
Bob.
I lowered my weight, and I basically
I'm gonna
do
take
more
another shot.
repetitions.
No,
Right?
Bob, there he
Oh,
goes.
Bob's gone.
There he
Bob,
goes.
don't have that shot.
Well, Bob, it's just Bob's got to quit drinking and smoking. I think he'd get more stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
that'll work too, because drinking and smoking will take your stamina out a lot too.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, Riggs, are you seriously considering getting fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later on.
I don't blame him. I was considering it too.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to go
here-
down the path that my father did. After the child support system got their hooks into my dad, he spent the rest of his, well, he's still there. He's still alive, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He is still in the poorhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now, I don't know how it is, but I mean, beforehand, like here in Canada at least, you had to have children before they would consider doing the surgery to
Yeah,
have you snipped.
that's right.
And that might be the case here. I don't know.
I don't think it is, Riggs. I think you can just walk in. I think they might try to talk you out of it, from what I hear, but I think you can just tell them to fuck off and do it, and they'll do it. So
Yeah.
Well, for right now, I'm pretty much monk mode, so I'm not
Right.
going looking for it. And there's been chicks that are like, "Oh, I want some salami," and I'm like,
Yeah, but you got to.
my attitude on the subject is the puniti is not worth the trouble to get the pants off.
No.
Right. But occasionally we stop thinking with our big head, and when we think with our little head, we just can't seem to, use common sense and reason, and we generally dump the hugest load ever. That's the ones that generally get you child support. But I mean, I have heard of it in the States where you could get it done and still be childless when you got it done.
Yeah,
Whether or not
if Hermit is successful in getting me into Chad shape, I'll definitely be getting the sniff before I go on a puniti tour.
see,
Yeah.
the only reason why I haven't gotten it yet is I'm afraid to have sharp objects near my swing. That freaks me out.
Yeah, that creeps me out too, and that's probably the only reason I haven't gotten it done yet. And I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
I'll fuck around and cut the whole thing off, and then I'll have to kill myself.
Oh God, it'll be like plastic surgery that went wrong, and now we have to amputate it and turn it into a pussy.
The last time they operated on me, I was having wisdom teeth pulled, and I had all 4 of them done at once.
Yeah, same here.
And
Oh, man, I'll tell you something scary. I got a tooth pulled when I was in prison. That shit was fucking scary.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah.
basically told the
They just
doctor,
fucking jam a needle in your mouth and fucking rip it out with the pliers.
Isn't that where they send, dentists before they go to school?
Yeah.
Probably.
kind of like the VA.
Yeah.
But
Like, hey, it's my first day, so this might hurt.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I told the doctor, I'm like, you start cutting on me, and I feel pain, I'm knocking you out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Well.
we'll make sure we put you under. I'm like, yeah, wise choice.
Yeah, good idea.
No,
Put me right the fuck out.
definitely.
Oh, it was an interesting ride home. At that time, I was driving an '86 Lincoln Town Car, and driving that boat while still under, some effects of this medication and anesthesia or whatever was an interesting drive.
I bet.
And I still went to work that day.
Wow.
I personally think that, right now we know fucking chicks are freezing their eggs and shit, right?
Yeah.
So if it works for them, it works double as effective for us because we don't have to carry the children. So even if we didn't want to have kids until we were like 40 or 50 or whatever, we could still do it no problem.
Definitely. Well, did you guys? Yeah. Sorry. Did you guys see Mr. Hemi 4-Speed in the chats had it done?
What, the vasectomy or the frozen sperm?
No, the vasectomy. I think that's what he's saying. He says best thing I ever did, and he said, it's so worth it." So yeah, I think. Yeah.
You just can't tell them.
There, he just said show up at the hospital at 8 a.m. and out by 11. So yeah.
I knew a guy at work who got it, and he said he was pretty happy. He was like sore for like a few days, and then after that, I think he was good.
Yeah.
And another thing that I'm worried about is, does it fuck with your testosterone? Because I'm really big into lifting, and if it fucks with your testosterone, I don't think I would want to get it.
No, that's okay if it does, because I mean, I spent years, guys, on OxyContin, and it depleted my testosterone big time. But then I got topical liquid to put on, and brought my testosterone back up. And they can test your testosterone levels with a simple blood test. So, I mean,
one thing I'm looking at when it comes to that whole snip thing is having legal paperwork verifying there is no swimmers in your fluid. So if somebody tries to pin a kid on you, you got legal admissible proof.
They don't 100% guarantee it though.
Yeah.
Well, they don't 100% guarantee anything.
Exactly.
This fucking COVID vaccine was the first thing to ever come with 100% guarantee, and it's never fucking worked yet. So, anyone that gives you 100% might be lying.
That's my biggest. That's one thing I want to make sure of is I want to make sure there's legal verified results, so that if some woman decides to try and say I get this job down there and I start making a few bucks and I got a big shiny diesel pickup and they see, ooh, he's got money, and they try and baby trap me or whatever or whatnot, and I get hauled into court, and I want to be able to have paperwork to basically slap on the desk and say, "Not today, woman."
I don't think there's no guarantee, but I think your chances of getting one of these 304s knocked up is pretty slim after you get it.
Very slim.
Yeah,
but
I mean, my brother had it done, and then he had it reversed, and it didn't work.
Oh.
And
so I mean,
Riggs, you can always throw her down the steps.
Yeah. So,
well, let's not count it out.
Mr. Hemi 4-Speed said they test you after, so they must test your testosterone after then.
Well, they don't take as far as far as I know, they don't take the balls out of the ball bag.
No.
As far as I know, they sniff the tube that comes out of them.
I don't know.
Yes.
So that the seed does not come out of your stones.
I guess.
And whatever comes out is just like
Nothing.
blanks or like whatever seminal fluid.
That was always the joke there. He's shooting blanks. He's shooting blanks.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you don't tell them you're shooting blanks, and then you fill them up full of zinc.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them, that you got the snip, they're not so turned on, and it might be sandpaper pussy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to disclose that you're snipped.
No.
Right.
There's no law for that.
They like the danger of you, running up in there.
You get yourself fixed. You get the cut, and then you say nothing to no one outside of us.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been super lucky since the age of 16. I've been raw dogging hoes, and I've been so lucky I haven't gotten none of them knocked up.
Me too.
I've gotten one scare, and like the girl got an abortion behind my back. Looking back at it now, I'm fucking super happy because she was crazy. But I was pretty broken up about it at the time.
Yeah.
Crazy slot C is the best slot C.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she
don't
was
know
a
about that
model
one.
and a Hooters waitress.
Oh my god. Isn't that like fucking the qualifications for fucking like single motherhood and trailer park love?
Yeah, she might be a single mom now. I don't know what happened to her, but she had no kids. She was 18, hot. I was like 22, 23 at the time.
I can see where
probably
that
a
would be
night
very
rider
tempting.
now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. She's on OnlyFans for sure.
Oh yeah, I would guarantee she's got to have an OnlyFans.
But I mean, yeah, I would be honest with you. If they made that to where essentially you could get it done and not have kids or not have to have kids prior for guys, because they'll do it for chicks. They never question them.
Yeah, definitely.
They will put the clamps like my youngest son's aunt. She had it done at 21. Had these permanent fucking clamps put in, or well, they're not permanent, but if she had wanted to have kids, she had to have them out within 5 years.
Wow.
So they gave her those without any question, and she has no children. Now she's 38 and regrets her entire life and drinks more than Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, fuck,
Well,
her
I
life's a
think part of
fucking
it-
wreck.
Hey
I think
guys,
part
I'm
of it
gonna
has to
hop
go
off
to,
though. I gotta try to get some sleep. 5 a.m. comes fast. I figured
All
I'm
right, Isla.
fucking wide awake. I'll call in. I seen Dak and Riggs on. So
Yeah, get some
last
rest
time
there,
I was
man.
on talking to Dak, his stream got taken down because of some asshole. So I had to fucking jump on this one.
Yeah. Cool, man.
So you didn't come just for me. How rude.
But yeah, hopefully I can build my channel up. Fucking Susan keeps fucking with me. I'm surprised this one's not deleted yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That picture, that video you did with all the chicks sitting laying there and moving around and going ree.
Yeah, that one got me a
fucking
strike.
hilarious.
That one got him a strike. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hog Wars.
Hogwarts.
That almost looked like Pop's barracks back in the day, allegedly.
Dude, I thought I was gonna lose my channel the other night. I got fucking like a warning from YouTube, like, and then I got a warning from YouTube the day before, and I think it was that sex pat fuck messing with my channel.
Okay.
Possibly.
So
Well, there's this one guy that hangs out in I don't know if you know him, Red Pill in the Wind, Antico.
Yeah.
They do a stream together. There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
But there's this guy that started hanging out with them, and fuck, man, their channels went dead simply because of this guy being in their chat.
Yeah.
Because he makes a lot of
Yeah.
what we would consider inappropriate fucking shit.
Yeah.
talking about how, I guess it comes down to like younger kids.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's
The
fun.
old CP stuff. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I was like, I want nothing to do with that.
No.
I would have kicked that dude out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what he says on his own channel is up to him. But yeah, don't bring that shit here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
even
mean?
let him on my channel. If
No,
people
not
are,
on the stream.
if you're talking that Hollywood sexual shit, you ain't allowed on my channel.
No.
Yeah, well, those guys have been streaming together for a long time, and I mean, they should have grown in popularity quite a bit.
Yeah, no, their Tico's flat. Well, Tico's
Yeah.
now Verdict Ghost or something, right?
I don't think. No, Tico's got like 3 or 4 channels.
Yeah, one of them's Verdict Ghost or something.
Yeah, but I mean, the main one where he's with the guys doing their, Shit Hits the Fan series right now.
He's doing that under that Verdict Ghost now.
Yeah, well, dude, hardly anybody sees it.
Yeah, I know. But
So,
that
no.
is Tico, though. That's what I'm asking. That is Tico, though. I think.
Possibly,
But,
yeah.
I'm gonna jump off though. It was good
Hey, brother.
being on with all you guys. So
Sorry, man.
Yeah, talk to you later, Hermit.
All
All
right,
right.
Hermit, brother.
peace
Take care,
out.
man.
See you guys.
Peace.
Later.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going soon, man. We've been doing 2 hours and 15 minutes already.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's getting late.
we're going to pull a marathon. Fuck you guys. You're stuck here now. No, like I said, I'm happy to have a stream anytime. It's just generally it's got to be like around this time, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it's kind of the best time because everybody else is done streaming, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and then most of the guys came over. It was nice to see everybody. I mean,
Everybody. Right?
hopefully we'll just have a more set kind of platform for next time. And I was really hoping Rev 20 Piece would pop by. I want to talk to him a bit more about some other things
Mhm.
that we kind of just skipped over mostly on our last stream together.
Yeah, I was in the comments section of his stream. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, when we were on with Garuda Ghost and Ghost MGTOW.
Yeah, I kind of lost my marbles in the chat. I just kind of went off about my old man and the situation with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, buddy, if you ever want to sit down and have a one-on-one or one-on-two,
Mhm.
happy to have you on. Like I said, I understand you're going through some shit, and I'd like to at least let you have the say and kind of maybe go over something with you and see if we can give any advice on it. Because, life ain't easy, man. Not everybody's got an easy fucking life. And anybody, like I said, anybody that says they have this perfect life is a fucking liar. They're trying to sell you something.
There's
You know what I
always
mean?
no matter how good or bad you have it, there's always ways to improve.
Absolutely. And there's ways to make it worse.
I'm just trying to do too much at once, and that's one of my bad habits. I kind of fall into the category of go big or go home.
That's understandable. But I mean, I kind of understand the old saying of aim small, miss small, but I also understand the aim low and hit low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you set your goals low, you're guaranteed to hit them. If you set them high, you might hit somewhere in between. You might hit high, but you'll at least be better off than just aiming low.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
And see, aiming low would be staying in my current job and basically penny pinching myself to death to make that money up somehow out of my current pay grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Dax,
And-
why did you delete Island Hermit's message?
I don't know because I fucked up because I was trying to.
It's
post
Dax
his-
sausage fingers.
I knew I did something there. I was looking, but it's not showing on mine. No, I was posting his. I was posting his channel, and then I must have hit something, man. It's not showing me. Sorry, man. Shit.
You spilled gravy on your screen again, Dax.
Yeah, I did something. I know I did something. Fuck. It's because I'm being a dick because I'm trying to use my phone and I refuse to use my glasses. So.
Oh yeah, I gotta call a vision doctor sometime this week, and I gotta get glasses. I'm at the age where I don't want them, but it's getting to the point where if I'm standing more than, a decent distance from something, I can't read it. Like I can read traffic signs and all that shit easy as hell, but when it comes to like reading paperwork, if it's beyond, 3 or 4 feet from my face, then it's like hard to read it. So it's time, unfortunately.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
I look down my rifle sights now, and I don't see what I used to see.
Yeah, me too.
Do you look down it and see Trudeau?
Well, I see that.
Nice.
I see that fucker in my dreams.
That'd be
But
nice.
yeah, but no, like it's a good thing, I got follow up rounds because if it was one shot, one kill, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys.
I want to get out to the range again.
Yeah.
Popping off that.
Yeah.
Popping some 308s off is fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for coming on.
All right. Thanks, Riggs.
Chat with you again.
Yeah.
Night there, Dak.
Yeah, good
See
talk.
you on the next one.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night. So yeah, where were we, buddy? About aiming small and missing small.
Yeah, something like that.
Aim low and
low and hit it. Aiming low would be staying in my current apartment, current job, current everything.
Yeah.
There comes a time when you can only budget and penny pinch to a certain point before you realize I gotta up my pay grade.
Absolutely.
You can only pare down and sell off so much before you go, okay, I gotta start bringing more coin in.
Well, even me taking the last 6 months off,
yeah,
like 6 months sounds like a long time for a lot of people, but you got to remember, I was making good coin, right? Being a sole proprietor here, and the last 6 months, I mean, fuck, I've started to feel it. And I mean, I don't buy toys to keep them. I buy them essentially to use them, fix them, and then get rid of them, right? Pass them on to someone else.
Well, like right now, I got an 84 Honda CB700 SC with sidecar. Now, I've taken that out. I've had my fun, driving it. It's still fun to drive. I still enjoy it quite a bit. But a friend of mine, now he's not got the cash at the moment, but he's working on it. He's got his own business, so he's in the process of moving things around. But he wants that vehicle off of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I'm like, look, get me something air-cooled Volkswagen. Because that's a toy I haven't had, and he found me a Volkswagen Thing, a Type 181.
Right.
So I'll probably get that, have my fun with that, and then, get something different, kind of keep moving it along.
Yeah, and that's half the fun of going into, buying these units that are fairly cheap, but yet something you haven't tried.
Right.
I mean, I found that to be awesome. Now I have made some downgrades, side grades, stuff like that, but that was never the goal. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was, although yes, I'd love to keep them all, but where would I fucking keep them?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's one of the things I'm looking at when I get down there and get me a piece of property is maybe put up a Morton building or whatever company, makes them steel buildings.
Yeah. Or even those.
And maybe be able to keep more than one or two.
What are those Shelter Logic places? Those.
Something like that.
Yeah, they steel frame with a tent kind of cover.
Yep.
They're fairly affordable and they work.
Yeah, they do the job. But that's what I'm looking, because one other thing you run into, and I've run into this myself. Now, at one point, I had 4 motorcycles and 2 vehicles. There's only so many hours in the day. You can't ride or drive all of them all the time. And it gets to the point to where you cannot drive them enough to keep them in good shape. So you don't need you can't be like Jay Leno and have somebody that goes out and drives your cars for you, or
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I would.
Although I think if we were all his level of rich, we'd probably do the same thing. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, pieces of equipment, especially these like smaller ones, like quads and snowmobiles, stuff like that, they sit for a couple years, man. They run like shit,
Yeah.
right? Like
Especially
it
if
takes
they're
you.
carbureted, or if they got that modern ethanol fuel in it, that'll break down and eat things up.
Yeah, no, I run straight expensive fuel in mine, all of them, and they run 100 times better. They do.
Yeah.
Like
If it's something I drive daily, like my Civic or my truck, and it's something that gets driven regularly, I'll run the cheap stuff. But it's not turbocharged, it's not supercharged. You know, it's not like a high power application.
well, cars
You
and
can kind of
trucks.
get
I
away
mean,
with it.
cars and trucks. I mean, I find a bit different. But when it comes to my quads, when I first bought, when I first moved up here, I bought a Warrior, 99 or 2000 Warrior. The guy couldn't get it to run right. You know, he said it was needing some kind of tune up, but he didn't know what.
Right.
We literally showed up with a jerry can full of high octane gas, poured it into the tank, and hit the fucking start button. And she ran like a top. I brought it home. I only paid the guy $500. Brought it home, you know, cleaned up the carb and stuff a bit just because he had been running crap fuel in it. And this thing ran for months like a fucking pro, dude. I love that unit. And I ended up selling it for $2,500. And I
Can't
bought
beat
three.
that.
Yeah, and I bought
It's not
three
often
more.
you break even on a vehicle.
Yeah, well, I didn't spend fuck all on this one, and I bought three more. Right. So I mean, that's what I like doing. I like buying a unit, and yes, it might work great, and I'll fix it all up or get it up and running, and you know, get it as good as I can for what money I'm willing to throw into it. Ride it for a while, enjoy it, and then sell it to somebody else for
Go try
more
something
than
different.
for more than I bought it for, and to buy something different. Right. I mean, I bought that one for 500, used it, bought three more, sold those, made a ton of money off them, and I still got one. I just need to fix it. But
Yeah, I'm not too concerned with making a ton of money on toys.
No, that's just the
if
added
I
bonus.
break even, I'm happy.
Yeah, but that was an added bonus. Why would I sell a perfectly good unit for $500?
Right.
He didn't know what to do with it. He sold it for $500. That's his choice.
Right, and that's a different story. You know, if you get it for cheap because they don't know what the hell they're doing,
yeah,
and you sell it for whatever the going rate is, you're not gonna say no to free money, basically.
Essentially, and I mean, you know, it was no sweat off my ass. The guy still got an excellent deal because right at that time I could have sold it for $4,000, right?
Right.
If I was willing to like wait for the buyer, but I just sold it to essentially the second person to show up.
Like if I cleaned up that sidecar rig, and you know, repainted a few things and maybe put a fresh set of tires on it, you know, got the carbs tuned and whatnot, I could probably get double what I paid for it.
Most likely. And I mean, why wouldn't you? Right? Why would you ask the exact same amount that you paid for it?
Right. And
if you knew you could get more.
Trade it now, if I could trade it straight across for this Volkswagen I'm looking at, clean restored examples of this Volkswagen that I'm looking at go for in excess of $50,000.
Wow.
No, that's kind of on the higher end. Now, if you can get them that are a little rough around the edges, but they're still a runner and you can drive it, and you go through it, you know, rebuild the engine, the transmission, put new synchros, you know, basically recondition everything, restore it, and then I could technically sell it for that or more. But yeah, just waiting on, certain people to get their ducks in a row, and
Okay. No, it takes.
he's gonna, when he gets the money, I know he wants it, but for now, I'll just enjoy my sidecar.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right
It's one
now
of
I'm
the
looking.
sketchiest machines you'll ever pilot. That's for sure.
Right now I'm looking to sell my sled, my old racing sled.
Yeah.
But I mean, I might be asking a bit much for it, but it's actually like just kind of at the same price of what I want to buy for an X unit. So I basically don't want to spend any money on this new unit.
I don't
And that's
blame you on that.
yeah, so that's literally what I'm sitting on it for. Like I'm waiting for somebody willing to pay that the money I need to buy the other one. It's just because
In
I
the,
don't want to. Sorry,
in
go
the
ahead.
meantime, you could, polish up a little bit here and there, and like if like one of the little metal bits is showing a slight bit of, surface rust, take that off, paint it,
Yeah, well,
polish it a bit, and then you probably get what you're wanting out of it.
well, surprisingly, well, dude, when it comes to dealing with automotive stuff,
Yeah.
I have met some of the dumbest people on earth. Like this thing doesn't have the best seat, right? And I
Right.
didn't want to spend the money to have the seat redone because that's like $400 or $500 right there.
Oh yeah, easy.
So, you go over it with some fucking Gorilla Tape, call it a day. The guy that I bought the body off of, he had painted the hood basically just a flat black instead of going with the original colors. The person that came to me about a month ago trying to buy it was saying, "Oh, well, the hood's not that great because the windshield's cracked, and the seat's not that great. This sled's not worth that much." I was like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. I should totally put some new tape on that seat, and that way it'll run faster."
Yeah.
Like, where's your logic here? You know what I
Well,
mean?
what they're doing is what everybody does when they go and buy a used machine is they try and rip it apart and go, oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
Yes.
I want that
The,
instead of offering a lower but reasonable price, they lowball the hell out of you and piss you off.
right, but it's listed that this thing has a brand new engine in it that I spent $2,600 on. And the
Yeah,
the
you
off
can throw all the money you want in an engine, but if it
yeah,
doesn't look pretty, they won't want it.
that's just it. I mean, if I pulled the engine out and threw in an old fucking engine that didn't work, would you know the difference? Like, so you're buying it for the looks?
Well,
Uh,
that's the way a lot of people do. It's for the most part when people buy stuff, it's a status symbol thing.
it,
Look what I got.
well, I personally picked that body because of how bad it looks. And that's when I started taking people's money. Because when we get up on the lake, it'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's driving a piece of shit." Dude, I've taken 900 Artie Cats with that thing.
Oh yeah, that's one thing. When I was in high school, um, you figured out that having the flashy car is not where it's at.
Not unless you
You
got the engine and everything to go with it.
Right. Well, no, this is the thing though, is you can have the flashy car and be fast, but Mr. Policeman and everybody else is going to be watching you more so.
Essentially, yeah, that too.
So having a sleeper, like you got your sled, and it looks like a turd, but it'll wax everybody's ass like nothing else.
Yeah, dude.
Is where you want to be. And right after I figured that out, every fast car or vehicle that I ever had after that, I basically converted to look like the base model.
Yeah.
Um,
Make it a chameleon.
basically when I was living in Chicago, I was living in, well, it started out in Carroll Stream out in the suburbs. I basically stayed not far off of North Avenue. I went out near O'Hare and picked up a 97 Grand Prix GTP supercharged that had been slightly modified. It was an easy 130 mile an hour machine all day long without trying too hard. And I went through the process. I went and found all the base model front bumpers. I put the Steely wheels on it. I took all the badging off it. So unless you knew what the supercharged model sounded like, you wouldn't know the difference.
No. The guys that I went up with the first day I took it out here, I tried to buy the one kid's sled off him before I built this thing. And he essentially told me, there's no chance and blah, blah, blah. And when I showed up with this thing, he's like, oh, what a piece of junk, blah, 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 talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all right. So we putter our way up, to go up to the lake and whatnot. And once we got up on the lake, me, him, and his dad lined them up. And I was like, all right.
As you do.
Yeah. Straight to the other end. This is fresh snow. There's no cuts, so we're going straight into fresh powder. And this thing is not meant to cut through powder. It's better on packed ground, right?
Right.
Or packed snow. Fuck, I left those guys behind like they were tied on. Nothing to it.
I had a situation like that when I had that Grand Prix. I had basically debadged it and made it look like a base model. One of my roommates across the hall, he had a 2003. Now this is 2008, so it was 2002 or 3 Grand Am, and he had the whole GT body kit.
That's what I had.
Mr. Ricky Racer look.
The GT Grand Am, or the Grand Am GT was the first car
he had the base model Grand Am, but he had the GT bodywork put on it.
Oh, mine was an actual GT.
It had the 4-cylinder engine in it. It was all show and no go. But he thought he was all Mr. Ricky Racer and all that. Oh, and we're going side by side, kind of lurching front and kind of acting like we're gonna run. And I look over at him, and he looks at me, and I basically do the bye-bye. And I mashed the pedal at about 35 mile an hour, and this thing lifted the front end and smoked the tires down the road and left him in the dust.
Nice.
And he's like, what the hell was that? I'm like, well, it looks like I'm the one that's got the quicker car there, bud. He didn't talk too much crap after that.
My mom is actually an insane driver, eh? She loves to race. She does the same shit with people on the fucking road.
They start messing with you, and you just go play.
Yeah. Well, my dad had bought an old police ghost car, which was essentially like a old Bel Air, the big boxy square one. And a guy in a fucking Camaro, I guess, tried to race her out from one of the nearby cities, and it's just big open highway.
Oh, yeah. Perfect place for it.
Yeah. She fucking blew past him, dude, and was at the gas station. This dude followed us to the gas station and asked her what she was running inside that car. But those things, they used to sell them stocked as they were when they were using them, right? And those things are fucking tricked right out.
Oh, yeah.
The old the police cars. But I don't even know if they sell them like that anymore.
I know they rip all the equipment out of them, but as far as I know they pull all the lights and the radios and all that.
Yeah,
but
they pull all that out.
I'm not sure as far as the computer programming. I'm assuming they put the OEM fuel and spark maps back in the ECU.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they did back then or not.
You gotta remember that wasn't even any computers then.
Yeah, that was like that might have been made in the 80s.
Right? Oh yeah, so that was probably still carbureted.
Most likely.
On the tail end of carburation.
Most likely. But yeah, I'll never forget that day. I was just a little tot then. And she blew right fucking past him like he was stopped.
I had something like that happen when I was in high school. I had a 92 Lumina Z34, bright red, gray interior. And one of the popular kids in my school had a 93. And essentially the same engine, except I had my mufflers were kind of rusted out, so they had a little bit more flow. And I had a K&N. And because I knew right about where to hold the RPM to make that thing just fly, I smoked his ass. And he had his buddy in the car, and he had girls in the back seat. So there was plenty of audience to watch him get his ass waxed. And I was just a nobody. I was the loner kid, you know. I was not popular in any way. And it was all over school the next day that some loner kid, you know, outran, you know, the popular kid car, you know. It's always funny when you can do that.
Absolutely. But anyway, buddy, this stream's been going on for almost 3 fucking hours now.
Damn.
I'm actually going to shut this down.
I'm going to get some clothes washed here and go to bed.
All right, brother. And hopefully
Nice
you'll pop back
chatting with you.
on. Yeah, I'd love to have a longer chat with you about some other things, but won't be tonight.
There's always other days. I'll be off of work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for all that funeral bullshit. So if anybody's on and I'm not doing anything, I'll probably pop in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You let me know if you want to get together, man. Like, it's a shitty time to go through, and nobody wants to fucking deal with it alone. Always here for you, man.
It's not easy, and I've been trying to keep my mind busy, and I mean, I still feel all the typical crap, but I'm trying to keep it to a minimum so that I don't totally lose my marbles, if you know what I mean.
No.
But
maintain.
Get some rest, and we can always chat another time.
Absolutely, brother.
All right, take care, Mr. Mitchell.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up, and we will hopefully see you all soon.
Have a good one.